D&D. That stands for Dungeons and Dragons. Let's go! Let's fucking go. All right.
At the same time.
All right. So, today is Anvil of the South, episode 39. False speeches, false gods. Couple of announcements. The Alchemy book, chapter 1 is out for free on our website. You can go click down below, look at our website, see the Alchemy book, see every handout that's ever been given out, as well as check out abridged episodes over on our YouTube. And if you don't know what abridged means, it just means shorter. So go over there, and if you want to catch up, you're interested in seeing all of these lovely faces that you can't see yet because they're not as important or pretty as mine. If you want to go see all their faces again and watch the story unfold, but without a lot of the math or various other slower aspects of D&D, then head over to our YouTube, go to the abridged playlist, and check it out there. There's also a lot of clips and all of that on our TikTok and our YouTube as well that really highlights solid moments in the campaign. Okay, so last session. The party reconciled some issues. Vivian and Osiren spoke with each other about the modified memories of Hector Dollhouse. And Humphrey spoke with Osiren and Vivian of his mutilation of Dagamaris, while Nasu and him barricaded themselves in the room while they rested. During their rest and Vivian's solitude of her own fruition, Osiren, Eupheme, and Humphrey decided to heist. They snuck into the Mayor of Betuise's quarters through a window, fairly successfully, although Eupheme and Humphrey were caught before they were able to get into the room. However, Humphrey successfully and so smoothly lied so that no one was any the wiser to Osiren's whereabouts or even that he was there because he was invisible. Once inside, Osiren, feeling a little bit too comfortable with his invisibility, wasn't all that stealthy. However, managed to find some juicy bits of information, including a letter from one Zed Ataxanos, one of the Mirkwood lieutenants, trying to get the Mayor of Betuise on their side for the coming change in power. After that, he found a safe, and within, he found a book, or a journal, detailing some extremely interesting lore that changes the way that anyone would see the history of one specific deity in particular, if one is to believe the tellings of this Casque-Bow individual. After he took it out of the safe, the mayor was there, forced him to read it, and then asked if Osiren Grenmore was on the side of Mr. Mirkwood. To which he said he was on the side of freedom, or the side of justice. The mayor, thinking that this was a cop-out, decided to use an earring to call Zed Ataxanos and the Mirkwood lieutenants to their location as they had been looking for them. The Mirkwood lieutenants teleported in very swiftly and began to assail them one by one as they had been spread out amidst the city. Although the party, even in the state that they were in, were able to keep up quite handedly with each of the individual Mirkwood lieutenants. However, as Gabriella showed her face, the barbarian, full-strength barbarian, Dagamaris, Vivian, were no match for her might after taking such heavy blows beforehand.
That's true.
However, Gabriella, realizing that time was fading for her companions, her comrades, the other Mirkwood lieutenants, decided to strike a deal with Osiren. She would not slay Nasu and himself if she were allowed to leave peacefully Siren agreed to this, not wanting to take any more chances at casualties, and Gabriella left, carrying Morgan and Zed on her back while just having healed Zorro. Dagamaris got up and walked directly into the forest that he visited the day prior. Nasu, Osiren, and Vivian decided to head back into Betuise to try and save Eupheme and Humphrey from their time in the stockades in a city that is ruled by someone who is not very happy with their existence. And that is where we left off. So, Vivian, Osiren, and Nasu walk through the archway that once held the semicircular form of the Betuise gates. You step upon partially glassed stone underneath your feet, feeling it crunch and shatter as you do so, and you see blood spattered across the walls, baked into the stone. As you walk into the city proper, you see crowds formed just below the shattered windows of every single building Denzoro stood next to as he unleashed Balanzar's might upon the party. His footsteps melted into the stone where he stood. But the crowd remains, blocking the main street, hanging from the balconies of the city, and sitting upon the lower rooftops of the town's architecture now that things look to have calmed down. You see people looking out from the shop windows, poking their heads out from their windows just above flowered beds of soil, and staring in awe at you as you begin to push through the crowds who have remained rather silent up to this point. You see tears within some of their eyes, a look of fear within others, and a look of admiration gleaming from some of the younger folks. The silence is deafening, though, hearing only the breathing of tens of people all around you and the gentle murmuring from within the crowd. That is, until you hear someone cry out, "Oi! What happened?" You all stop, and the guard leading you stops for a moment, looks back at you. You hear another yap emanate from one of the windowsills. "You coming to kill us?"
No, we're not here to kill you. They attacked us.
The guard. All right, yeah, they say the city, and eventually, "Oh, thank you, and all of them start to sort of clamor onto you. One of them gives Osiren a rose from their flower beds. Nasu, you see some of the people that held you up, a couple of the dwarves, look on at you. I knew you were more than drinking buddies. All of you, thank you. As you continue through the city. Eventually, the crowds disperse a bit, allowing for easier travel amidst the narrow streets, though you still hear the crowds of people screaming for you, saying thanks, though some people still look weary of your presence. You travel amidst the narrow streets, the lamps still burning brightly above you, illuminating the half-timbered architecture of the city of Betuise. You make your way to the thin stone brick building that is the stockade, smushed haphazardly in between two shops. A cobbler, the soul of a journey, and a restringer for instruments and the sale of string instruments, rebirth of the song. You walk in as the guard opens it up, and you see a couple of guards sitting there by the gate, the inner gate, a couple of desks strewn out, about 4 of them. It looks to be an administrative building. This honestly looks like an afterthought. And the other one, it's all right, yeah, they're you. No one is the saviors of us, yeah. We're in here to help their friends out. I see no reason to keep them in here for drunken disorderly behavior. Yeah, all right. No, I'll open the gates. And they open it up, and you see within the captain of the guard, Fu Manchu, going strong. He walks in to meet you as the other guard opens it up, and they... All right. Is that true?
Eric, yeah.
I guess it was a good idea to let you out. It's curious seeing the same fella you tried to shoot in here. Gotta say, you in here to come and save him.
Yes, it's complicated.
It comes full circle, ain't it?
A little bit of my own recompense.
I understand, well, if what they say is true. Thank you. I'm even more excited that all yous came in here. Smoke, I would have never thought. Sorry, well, I am sorry though. Never see that type of behavior. You just seem to attract it, I guess, seeing where you come from and what I heard from the...
Right. I think it's probably more apt to say that I'm sorry.
No. You, again. I'll go get your friends. I don't need any. They've been quite nice. Both of them just been singing and entertaining the prison guards. And that man with no eyebrows, he's sort of silly. Other ones are a little bit more calm. I like him more. But, yeah, no problem. I think they learned their lesson. Sneaking into the mayor's house, that's crazy, but the Regalius family, they're known for their love of wine, so I get it. Yeah, be right back. I'll go get him. And he goes back into the narrow hall that was the stockades. And you hear, shh, finally. It opens up. Eventually you see that they didn't even take off any of their gear. They still have swords strapped to their backs and all of the armor that Humphrey was wearing, Eupheme with all of his cards. Both walk through. Snasu?
It was like, y'all did your time.
Yes, thank you for breaking us out.
Sure.
Right. We have to move pretty quickly.
As in, like, yesterday.
Yes.
Did you hear?
No, some of the... I heard movement and I thought maybe you'd been found out, but I'm beginning to feel, and he looks around the room as the guards are chewing their nails and sort of biting their cuticles. It's a bit worse than that, especially in the state that you all are in. But, and as he begins to speak more, one of the guards runs in through the door and runs up to both of you. Sorry, I just ran from the town hall. You all requested. The mayor is giving a speech in your honor. You're being called something, Heroes of the Shield.
Okay, we'll be right there. Actually, why don't we take our leave now, right?
The mayor is requesting you right now.
Yeah.
I've been tasked to escort you there. And I'd rather not be the whipping boy, please.
Sure, we can make our way just fine. We know where the town hall is.
Again, I was told to escort you, and I don't know if you've seen the mayor upset, especially in the state that she's been in. I know you saw a dinner party of her, but I would rather not. I will be escorting you, please. And Eric, captain of the guard. All right, I'll accompany you. I can understand you're a bit shaken up, but you ain't got nothing to fear from the mayor. She means well, even though she's a little uneasy with the times of late. Please, it's just be a speech, you know, that's the least that we can do.
We are on a schedule, so
Yes,
it's
I'm
very
sure.
inconvenient, but
I'm sure it won't be too long, but
can I insight the guy who's
captain of the guard
there?
or the escort?
The escort. Yeah.
Yes, sure. Insight check.
Natural one.
Natural one. Okay. All right. Are you all willing to come with me and this fine gentleman here?
Did you mention that it was the mayor who found you out and summoned them?
Pretty sure.
Yeah,
You did.
because you
Would
said
you
that to
allow
me.
to also make an insight check, just because I know that? It's okay if not. Okay.
Can I incite the commander?
Captain of the guard? Yeah, sure. Make an insight check.
Nope. Absolutely not.
Okay.
Absolutely not.
Oh, was there strong? That's a dirty 20.
They all seem to be very honest.
Okay.
In your line of work, you've met a lot of shady people in which you knew they were lying, and nothing really you could do about it. You've never seen more honest people in your entire life.
Captain Strondel, I think the boy would be just fine unless you want to come to the speech, but let him take.
I do want to see it. I greeted you all with such open arms, and Batuise is such a lovely city. I'd like to see all you.
As long as you don't have any other.
If you're gonna be leaving tonight, I know you said. Yeah, you had to go. I'd like to give reverence. Yes, to all you. Save the city, after all.
I give a look to Vivian, then I go, lead the way.
And all you gods. You're fine men, even if you were scared. Let's go. All right. You walk through the narrow streets.
I can't send it.
Warily.
I didn't prepare it. Okay.
Walking up the same street you saw the gigantic woman staring at you within. Walking over the exact spot she stood, where she seemingly let you go. You walk with many others, some of them looking at you with glee in their eyes, and others looking worried, just pushing forward towards the town center. All of you somewhat cramped within the streets of Batuise. Eventually, you push out into the moderately sized town square, lined with homes and small businesses of the city, and capped at the south just before a knife of Astrid cuts into the city by the town hall. Siren looks on towards the building with a sense of fear, not knowing what to expect from this damned place. You see crowds of hundreds cramming into the space, people hanging from their iron balconies and peering out from windows once more, and guards sitting above within the tower windows at the top of their short stair that leads into the town hall. You are led to the western side, to the right, when you're looking at the town hall of the stairs, hearing the crowd shift and stir, waiting for whatever is to come.
On the way there, I would wanted to try to nudge Vivian and whisper something to her.
Make a sleight of hand check.
Dago is escaping conflict right now.
That's fine.
Escape the conflict.
Yeah, it's like-
I have 1 HP.
Yeah.
I'm literally probably just like walking and just fall over at some point or some shit. Who knows?
What'd you roll? 5?
Vivian.
Okay. So, you try and whisper to her.
Okay. Can you polymorph? Nod or shake?
So one of the guards just looking at you. Okay. So, you guys sit there for a bit, and as you wait, you begin to hear the heavy footfall of chainmail armor coming from behind you. Turning to look, you see a large person carrying a hefty axe shrouded by a black cloth that is secured around their forehead. Their arms are beefy, though they only stand about 5'4" from the ground, the axe stretching about a foot above them. Chainmail dangles from their chest, and their breathing is heavy. An executioner. As the executioner reveals themselves, you hear the crowd readjust, and you turn your attention to the entrance of the town hall, where you see the mayor walking out in a billowing black dress accented by a corset cinched underneath with various bits of jewelry dangling from her ears and clinging to her fingers. She walks up to the top stair, looking solemnly before she speaks. Today, the town has suffered a great loss. Not the gate, the roads, nor the stone upon the walls. For those can be rebuilt. No, this was something needlessly taken, as they have been taken far too frequently in the past. We have lost the life of a human friend.
No, Stephen.
Stephen Dandast.
No.
A city watch guard who had been working overtime to cover for his friend while he was sick. He had lived alone in his home, though he entered the hearts of us all as we took strolls out of the city. Seeing his smile light up the pathway to our journey out yonder, he sacrificed his time for his fellow guardsmen's well-being, and then he sacrificed his life for all of ours. With the help of these fine men and women, gestures to all of you, beckoning you all to approach as he does so. You walk up?
So, we be walking up.
I'm asking you first, are you walking up?
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
I'll ask you what you're doing as you walk up afterwards.
What are we walking up onto?
You're walking up to the, you're walking up to the top stair that leads up to the town hall. Remember, it's a very elongated stair that's only about 6 steps.
Yeah.
She's on top of it in the center.
Where's the executioner?
Right next to you.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But he's not being beckoned up as well.
Right, it's just us.
Mm-hmm. Okay. You walking up?
Walking up.
Okay. As you walk up.
No! No!
You see a snide-looking man walk out of the town hall, a long coat trailing from behind him, and a poofed-out ascot just below his soul-patch-laden chin and thin-topped hair. You see Zeta Taxonos walk out.
What the fuck are you doing here?
I don't know.
The mayor, he walks right up next to you, bumping up to Osiren, and walking with you up to the mayor, towards the mayor. Thanks to these men and women, the heroes of the shield, the crowd cheers outwards throughout the entire city. No more were allowed to fall, and the city of Beatrice was kept safe from those who wish nothing but sadness and despair. Zed will whisper to all of you, behave yourselves. He is watching. And he points up to the sky to seemingly nothing.
Oh my gosh.
Zed then steps up. You all 3 notice he's hiding a bit of a limp. And he wipes a bit of blood off from his nose as he walks up. Hello! My name is Zed. Zed Taxonos. All of you have heard, I'm sure, stories of what has happened. Needless violence. Committed by whom, you may ask? Who is responsible for such heinous acts of violence? Who cares so little for the lives of humans, dwarves, halflings, gnomes, Leonin, Goliaths, and half-elves that they would assail such a wonderful city as ours? Murder those so dear to us and corrupt our lives with such sorrow. Well, is it not obvious? It is none other. He points past all of you. You look back to see the executioner now walking up with 2 guards. The guards pushing forward with 2 high elven soldiers you saw previously. Extremely badly beaten and barely conscious, wearing their mithril armor. It is none other than those who profess to safeguard life. When exactly was it that the High Elves protected any of you? In fact, who was it that died protecting all of you just this night? Was it the Guardians of Life? No! But lo, it was Stephen. And was he not human? Yes, it was. And was it none other than the High Elven menace that forced his hand, forced his soul to slip away out of all of our grasp, but never from our minds? But, you may ask, why did the High Elves do what they did? It is simple. Their queen is dead. The crowd gasps in unison, many furrowing their brows and covering their mouths in shock. Yes, the queen is dead. The same queen who refused to help the dwarves after suffering a deadly blow by rogue mages in their capital of Kernulem. yet sent armies in response to a single hive of dying in Kretalar. The queen who allows the slow starvation of the forest of Amdaron. The queen who has let the Dragon King enslave all those with Adamos. I speak not in riddles or hyperbole, for it is not only humanity that has suffered underneath the Dragon King's rule. We are all aware of such things. At this very moment, we all bear the full weight of his hatred, for he has begun to exterminate any who live within the South. The crowd gasps once more, some decrying the man. Others beginning to tear up. Others appear to be getting angry, perhaps not at the man speaking. Yes, I speak truly, for I have seen it firsthand. I come from a town by the name of Dunborough, as is my family and my 2 daughters. At least they used to. We sat in our homes, and as I read fantastical tales of times far better to my daughters, I heard the sound of gargantuan wings approaching. Looking out of my paltry window, I saw the first waves of blue lightning begin to obliterate my town. I saw the mists of blood rise within the burnt oxygen of the streets. The stone of the old buildings melt, and the tower of the river judge turned to ash before my very eyes. I tried to warn my family of the onslaught, but the assault was far too swift, and the lower portion of my home was toppled to the ground. I awoke many hours after the stone had hit my head, knocking me unconscious, only to find my family. You see the mayor place a hand on his right shoulder. Sorry, it is still so fresh. I vowed to take vengeance not only for my family, but all those who lost in such wanton destruction. I traveled the Betuis for refuge, hearing of the Queen's passing as I traveled, feeling no empathy after witnessing my family murdered by a tyrant of her making, but feeling fear for what repercussions may follow. Lo and behold, once the news reached the lips of those within the South, the king's rage extended further, destroying the town of Heimdall's next, slaughtering more humans in his wake. I thought for a moment at least that I could be safe here. But there is a never-ending hatred for us all, an inescapable ire cast upon us by those in power. All of us! Not just humanity, but dwarves as well, halflings, gnomes, and half-elves. But we are pitted against one another, are we not? And for what? So the elves can wear such fancy garments, don the armor of the dwarven people, harness the technology of the gnomes, and eat heartily of the culinary treats of the halflings. All the while, none of us feel any sense of happiness. None of us feel the tenderness of a relationship between the species. And all the while, we are blinded to the real enemy until they murder us in their cities and claiming themselves justified later. I need not lecture you further, for it is so painfully obvious, you are all of you knowing of these transgressions. Though much like me, you chose to ignore them for the mere hope that one day it would all be better. However, I tell you this now, while they hold power, while they extend their arms into the lives of all those around them, while they exist, we are unable to. But no longer will we take this lying down. No longer will we spew hatred at one another for their sake. No longer will we be slaves, being their murderers for their sick gains. For we wish to see justice finally be done, for Bahamut has dealt us none, has he not? And they all sit silently. You hear weeping within. And one of the dwarves sits up. Oi. You there, and the elf You mugged me. You mugged me. And another person steps up. It ain't done nothing for my family. Another one comes up, one that you saw in the inn. I remember that red fellow sitting up right next to you, one of the saviors of our town. He looked pretty beat up, and I heard my friends say that you walked out of an alley with him. The high elf spits on the dwarf.
Good shit.
Zed. So will justice finally be done? Yes! As most of the crowd rises in anger, the mayor smirks slightly. Bring them forth! The elves are thrown on the ground. And the executioner walks up near all of you. The mayor steps up once more as Zed squeezes in between all of you. Smell a sweet cologne permeating his person. Thank you for this. There's not much I could do better. And he sits and watches. The executioner wastes no time gripping the halberd by its edge and putting it firmly upon his shoulder. The mayor, we need hear no last words from these two vile insects who attacked our city so heinously. I care not who your leaders were or why they were slain. I care that Stephen is dead at your hands. She steps back to the first. As the axe goes through the head, rolling down, the dwarf picks it up, screaming out into the crowd as the executioner pulls it back one more time, echoing throughout as another high elven head rolls down the steps. You hear the rage build. You stand there for many minutes. The mayor comes up to you. Looks like you are allies of my foot after all. And walks back into the town hall. Zed sits there for a bit. Look forward to seeing you later. All of you. And so does he.
Sorry about your watch.
It's all right. I can afford a new one. He walks away. You all stand there for quite some time. Crowd dispersing after a couple of hours. The blood still fresh upon the steps, though the bodies have been taken away.
Do you know what she meant by that?
She asked me if I was an ally to Titus. I didn't say I was. That's all. Do you not see how we've furthered his reach in the city now? Or at least they're spinning it that way.
I think our presence is convenient for that political action, sure.
That's all.
Don't you think the Telhawk are going to hear about this?
They should. From you.
Yeah, you're right. In 25 words or less.
I'm sure you can send multiple messages.
I don't have the energy. Not now.
Does this mean our urgency to depart is now dissipated?
No.
No.
I have no idea what they're going attack us in our sleep. They want us dead, obviously.
Is that still apparent?
I don't want to wait around and find out. She said the thing was supposed to be done by today, but I'm sure she was set back, or they were set back by the events.
Oh, my stuff is done at least.
Then you can grab it.
Okay.
We're leaving within the hour.
Okay, alright, well let me...
It's 2 a.m. by the way.
But I know they live above.
Sure.
Let me see what I can do. I want to, go.
I want to go kick one of those elf bodies.
They're not there anymore.
Oh, they
Yeah.
So, while you guys are figuring out what you guys are going to do, Dagamoris, you walk into the woods once more. You find the same creek. What are you doing?
Passing out.
Okay, so
I just I think I would probably try to rinse off the blood, and then I'd probably just
lay down and rest.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Okay. Then, what are you two doing? Well, Nasu is going to the tailor.
I don't have anything to do. I'll probably wait by the gate.
Okay. The gate that you guys all fought
at.
next to? Okay. What are you doing, Vivian?
I'll probably follow him there and then leave to find Tygo.
Okay.
Will he be?
Humphrey and Eupheme,
and
by the way, weren't brought with you.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
They weren't
But they
brought
would
with
have
you.
come, right? Just to see what's going on.
They were in the crowd, but they
Yeah.
sort of dispersed afterwards
Okay.
because they weren't allowed up that far.
Okay. I suppose I'd be looking for Eupheme then.
Sure. Okay, so you head back to the tavern.
Yeah.
The first thing, tavern looks to be up and running mostly, though it's more somber. You do find Humphrey and Eupheme drinking together, same place you guys have sat multiple other times. Yes, Vivian? It's the time to leave. Alright, it's nice talking with you, as always, Eupheme. Nice to talk to you.
And you?
But I think we are heading to the same gate, so we'll just talk on the way there as well.
Sure.
All right.
We've been spending a lot of quality time together.
It's always quality when you're with me, isn't it? All right, let us go then. I don't have anything on me that I need to bring that isn't already on me. Shall we leave?
So somber.
Yes,
Is it
well.
for Steven? I
Oh,
heard
yeah,
he had a fancy for you.
Also, I think there was something going on, right?
We'll talk about it when we're out of the city.
Hayao's being executed is...
Different?
That's spicy.
Very different.
I don't see that very frequently. I've seen many people executed. Never Hayao's. That's something. Once in a lifetime opportunity. That was. I will cherish it. Let us go. Oh. Let us go. Alright. You guys head out? Okay. So you head out to the gate. Osiren's still waiting there. Eupheme and Humphrey and Vivian's town. Roll a persuasion check for me.
So you know what you must tell them, right?
The mayor of Betuise
Oh, you're still exhausted.
is on the side of.
What'd you roll?
6.
Okay, they don't open up.
The lieutenant's first name
Thieves' tools. And I went to pick the lock.
Man likes getting arrested.
I'm gonna have you make an intelligence check. Nasu's not stupid. That's straight up dumb.
What, in the broad day?
11.
You can do whatever you want, however, Nasu would know, like, you're already in deep water in town. You might not want to make it even worse with some of the people that were next to you. Would Nasu care that much about his clothing?
Dago's walking around with a suit of armor with no clothes underneath other than a pair of pants. Ow, ow, ow.
Chafing.
Yeah, chafing. For sure.
Yes. Also, he wouldn't put so much gravity on doing something as shady as this either.
Okay, then roll a dexterity check with proficiency bonus.
Let's go. No getting saved from the jail.
That's
this
good.
time.
That's good. 16.
16.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll say for the sake of brevity, you just roll a stealth check for now. Okay, so what are you guys doing?
Stealth.
Telling them that the mayor is on the side of Mirkwood and that the lieutenants came and fought us. That two high elves
Or
were...
even that they have some sort of elite force that works with Mirkwood. Something like that. That's information.
And that they killed two high elves and pinned it. The murder of Stephen on the high elves and used it as a means for execution.
That sounds good, yeah. What you shouldn't tell them is there's a possibility that Balanzar is not exactly who we think he is. There was a document, very, very old document from the descendants of the Caspo? Yes.
Casco line.
And it just raised a lot of questions. That's all I really can discern. I mean, there was an image of him that was a lot kinder, and the birthing of humanity wasn't as grotesque. But like anything, I know nothing, so it's just hard. It's hard to decide what to believe.
It seems to be a recurring theme with everything we come across.
Regardless, I know what I saw in Credola. And it's not what was described in that book.
I don't know what we're going to do in the South. I suppose we'll figure that out when we get there. You'll be going north now?
As soon as Nasu comes back.
Okay, what was your stealth check?
Is that different from the dex check you just made?
Mhm.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll roll that. 9.
Okay, make an investigation check.
It's a low roll.
So bad.
That was close.
Better. 10.
10. I'll say you're able to find it. Natural 20, dude. Fuck.
Bro!
They come out, their hair tied in like a massive bun that covers their entire top head and is sort of like stuck through by a large needle.
I'm very sorry. I attempted to bang to wake you up. Some stuff happened in town, and
So you
we
break
need to
into my home?
skedaddle, and so
So you broke in to find your things.
I tried to wake you up. I did. I'm very sorry.
It's 2 in the morning. Why couldn't you wait until...
There was some very pressing things that just happened that called our attention elsewhere immediately.
Just get out.
Okay. Do I have the... Okay. I'll take out an electrum and I'll set it down as I walk out.
I'll just throw
So-
it. Throw it.
Just throw it.
Finger! Free time.
And
And then as I walk out, I say, "You were very nice."
they don't say anything back, and they just close the large gate. that
Okay,
goes down.
great.
Okay. Eventually, after about 30 minutes, with the whole thing, say about 40 minutes, Nasu eventually comes to meet you all at the front gate.
Jeez.
What took you so long?
Just had to piss. Okay. We ready?
That's an awful lie.
Yes, I'm ready.
Great.
Yes, let us head out now. I don't really feel like being here when the blue Swiss cheese comes along.
Osiris, how far do you want to travel before we have to rest?
We travel until we're tired.
I'm
Let's go.
Yes,
I'm
let us
tired.
go.
I'm exhausted. Actually.
Vivian. Are you taking his goal?
Yes,
Oh.
I am.
Okay.
Is that little ball of lightning?
Oh, so he's coming with us. That's great.
Sorry.
Whatever. Good luck with a child. Alright, let us go then.
It would have been nice to study him at that time. I guess later.
Hey, Vivian. I know you think or maybe thought that no one could care about you but yourself. And I was just trying to show you that that wasn't true. But I'm sorry if it didn't come across that way. I'll be fine, Hector.
Thank you, Nasu, for all your help down there. I hope you're able to find an answer that gives you peace.
Me too.
Humphrey, I'm sure I'll be seeing you soon. Be safe.
Oh, I hope not. Let's go then, please. Alright.
Yep.
I think it'd be very funny if he's just accidentally been painting himself in his sleep. Let us go then. And he heads out.
I'll let you know if I find any information about the Maxim.
That would be nice.
Good luck with your estate.
There's no rhyme or reason to Humphrey Regalius, my friend.
Yeah, I'll walk away then. But as I exit the city, I will put on my mask.
Okay.
Evil boy.
Do you want another spell in your ring?
I wouldn't know what to do with it. There's a lot of people I should talk to right now that I know I'd fuck up if I tried.
Okay.
Horrible.
Travel safe.
Okay.
Due north.
And Osiris, Nasu, and Humphrey Regalius begin their travels north to Granmore Manor.
Wow.
Nice.
It only took 6 sessions.
Okay. What are you doing, Vivian? With Eupheme right in tow. He's right there.
Are you sure you still want to accompany us?
Are you sure you want to hold yourself to a bargain that I haven't explained?
Oh, fuck. I forgot about that one.
Yes.
Then you know my answer.
I suppose we should find out Morris. I don't know where he is. He went into the woods. Did I see him go into the woods?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well. I suppose we go into the woods then.
Okay. It'd be kind of awkward to follow them. Aren't the woods north?
Yeah, but they're following the road first because the elven shield mountain range blocks progress directly north from here.
I can explain what happened on the way.
Please, I feel so out of the loop recently.
Yeah, you're walking on like glassed stone, and the bridge is, the gate is completely destroyed. Okay, so you head out into the woods. I'll say, for the sake of time, it only takes you about 40 minutes to find where Dagamoris is, just passed out near a creek. Flowers seem to be growing up near him.
Are you tired?
Well, no, I had a lot of time to rest. I could give you guys a moment if you like.
To what?
To rest.
It's 2 in the morning. You've already slept.
That's why I would be giving it to you. I'd go do something else.
Sure. I only need 4 hours.
Why don't we just sleep in town?
No.
I will say, Hithgol is with you, so yeah. So you have everything that you would have from the reins and all that stuff. I'll say.
Well, we packed it up when we were running.
Don't have my fucking clothes though.
No, not your clothes.
By the way, plate armor includes like padded cloth underneath it.
That's fine. I just every time I take off,
That's part of the armor.
I'm just shirtless all the time.
You just take.
No,
this
yeah,
and
you
just
take
take
it.
this shit
Sure,
off
you
every
can
time.
take it off, but you do have like a doublet underneath.
Oh, okay. Fucking.
It
okay,
adds to the armor. Like that's part of the armor because you can't wear plate
can't
without
wear it
padded.
without
Okay.
Yeah.
So I
Otherwise,
can
it's
have
like
something
pinch-
not covering my abs.
Yes, you can.
Okay.
Yes.
I don't.
You-
No, I'm
you-
kidding.
He
Doublet.
cuts out a hole in the doublet.
It's like, yeah, just the abs.
Yeah.
Deep V.
Yeah, I'm like,
Partially
no.
done.
It's
Let's
too
do
bad
it.
he didn't design the armor, so he would like you know the Roman centurion
top
armor?
armor.
The Roman centurion with the abs.
Something like that.
It would actually be like one of those swimsuits where there was an actual like. If it's enchanted armor, there's like a little
A
actual
window.
but it still is protected.
Like
It's
shimmering
like a little
arcane.
window, but it's just for his abs.
Oh, yeah. No.
Absolutely, yeah.
Did I tell you about Titus Marquardt? I can't remember.
That's the fellow who blew up the queen, right?
Yes.
That one.
Some of his.
Dagamoris, you wake up to this.
Because
They're talking right next to you.
Oh,
Oh, I figured we'd be talking relatively low, not to disrupt him, because he looks fucked up.
I'm gonna say with the adrenaline,
Sure. He's
He
like,
wakes
whoa,
up,
there's
yeah.
people. It's just us. You can go back to bed. I'm just explaining what happened.
try to go back to bed. if
Okay.
I can.
I'll sing a song of rest.
Oh, nice.
hey,
Ooh.
very
What
nice.
does that mean?
You love parts.
You
It
guys-
just means if you're healing from a short rest, you get an extra d6.
Or make sleep nice.
Big,
Make
Big
sleep
s-
real nice.
I just want big sleep.
Big
Oh,
sleep.
Big sleep. Okay.
I'm sure it helps.
Yeah.
Keep someone asleep.
Thank you. Yes.
That seems like a fun little
Keep-
benefit.
You guys all heal. If we do a short rest, then you would heal 5 extra hit points.
Awesome.
Eupheme has not rested, just so you're aware.
Okay.
He has all this stuff, but he has been awake his entire day. So you would be tired as well.
Some of his people were summoned here because, I don't know, Osiris said something wrong to the mayor.
Something wrong, the mayor?
I think it was that he wasn't sure if he stood with Titus Marquardt. And that was the wrong answer. They summoned them and they all tried to kill us and they couldn't. But then they spun it all around and
Blame those high elves.
blamed the High Elves. Were you there?
At the execution?
Yes. The gentleman with the hair here was one of them. They said Titus was watching.
Is he still watching? Can you do that?
I don't know. He could set Terradosia on fire. I don't know what he could do.
I'll admit I didn't believe most of what you told me about him, but I don't know. Seeing what I saw at the gate, and if they were only his underlings.
Yes. I think it's a good time to be a human traveling south. We'll both have to
Didn't do
probably
much
follow
for a
suit.
siren.
Yes, well,
And the way that man spoke, it was like he... Seems like they just hate high elves.
we know Titus. We knew him before all of this happened. We're not his favorite people, especially Dagmaris. Wouldn't.
I think it's good to be an enemy of a person who commits genocide.
Yes, bad when we're traveling through the areas that him and his people will be, though.
I suppose. It's kind of like most hero stories, though. I mean, when evil surrounds you and you have to fight off at every turn, I mean, it's pretty exciting. I wouldn't be in your place. Never. Not for $1 million, $1 million gold, but it's very metaphorically pleasing. I hope that helps.
I love living a metaphor.
I'm glad you can find a positive in this situation.
Well, the positive is that, at least in the stories, the heroes do come out on top.
I wish. Okay.
If,
I mean, we'll tell you more about what we might have to expect in the south in the morning. I'm very tired.
I'll keep watch.
Thank you.
Okay, make a perception check. You were gonna meditate? Yeah.
I'm gonna set up Hithkol next, like in my lap, and
Yeah.
just lean against a tree.
Hithkel's just like
I love you so much. Just
8.
8. Okay. They don't try and be stealthy. You see 2 satyrs
Oh,
walk out,
God.
covered with leaves in the form of a vest, a small vest that seems to just like crescent around the back, with another, both of them, crown of flowers around their noggins, a long goatee stretching down. You see a man and a woman.
Are these new? Or
Step out.
What have I seen them before?
You've never seen them, you've heard of them,
Okay.
and both of them appear to be carrying pan flutes. Both of them begin to play a soft song as the babbling creek flows in, and you see a couple of butterflies and other less pretty insects, such as centipedes, coming up and all beginning to move, not necessarily towards them, but just in the rhythm,
Bug dance.
like they're all dancing.
Can I try and do a counter melody with my pan flute?
Make a performance check, yeah.
It's a battle.
Not a battle, just a
You're just trying to accent the existing song.
Well, you're trying to accent it or actually battle it?
But that's
accent
this.
it.
I'm
No,
saying
not counter as in counter, but
Yeah,
like
yeah, I got you.
This is gonna be next.
I didn't know if you were like,
next
no,
week's,
I'm the good one.
Little bastard doodle is the bug dance while we're all sleeping. Hey, that's not bad. You
It's
got a
not
plus.
bad.
You got a plus lots. Great.
18.
18? Okay, yeah, you keep up with them very well. And you accent them while not being overpowering. And they look at you, nod gently as they continue to play, their eyes closing softly. You see, looks to be a raccoon come out with a family. They'll just like sit and watch as this is going on. After about 30 minutes of playing, the satyrs nod at you and bound into the forest, seemingly just making sure that you are okay in the forest.
Oh,
Another 3.5 hours passes, You're beginning to feel extremely tired. And Vivian, not Dagamaris, wakes up first. You wake up to a couple of bugs on your chest, sleeping.
They're asleep?
Mm-hmm.
I'll let him sit there. Vivian's not scared of bugs.
Yeah, Vivian isn't asleep. The satyrs come out.
Yeah. Immediately.
Yeah.
Anything?
No, nothing.
Do you need to rest?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Okay, does Eupheme have inspiration?
Yeah.
Okay, fuck me, dude. You guys just have tons of inspiration.
I
Okay,
don't.
you do not get it. Okay, so make a perception check.
Do I get it for falling asleep a few times?
No.
You're taking a lot of cat naps today. Wow. 7.
You fall back asleep.
Fuck.
All three of you fall asleep.
Oh, 8. We have +1. Oh, we have more.
You're awake.
No, we have more proficiency.
You
now.
fall asleep
Damn.
slightly less heavily. So you all rest within the tall spring grass, waking up to the sound of the babbling creek right next to you. You, as a flower has just grown. Smells good. The beams of the sun piercing through the maple canopy, and you see butterflies flowing above you, and a couple of squirrels jumping from the tree branches.
To be a little squirrel.
All three of you wake up similar times. You feel so fucking good. It is very restful.
Yes.
Reinvigorated.
Are the bugs still asleep on me?
Seem to have left.
What's this forest called again?
Forest of Elven Life.
Oh,
Almost like it didn't happen.
what didn't happen?
It is now April 20th, by the way.
Last night. I meant, sorry.
April 40th. Let me prepare my sending spell so I can get yelled at by the Telhawk.
Haloch.
Oh, that just sounded
Hello.
like.
It's Haloch.
Hello.
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 I'm trying to be respectful.
Hello. My name is Deck.
Hello.
Unbelievable. Actually, unbelievable.
Prepare.
You guys are uncultured swine.
So wild.
Preparing I'm preparing fireball. That's gonna hurt me later. It's gonna be fine.
A wizard not preparing fireball.
Listen.
Holy shit, the world is actually ending. Titus Mirkwood is one.
Titus Mirkwood
This is
victorious.
Mirkwood's Adamas. Okay, so you all sit there. All of you notice that the grass is longer around you all,
That's so interesting.
including Eupheme.
Very much rejuvenated.
Yes.
You know what's funny? I probably saved a lot of the souls of these bugs.
She probably did.
By not killing them?
No. I help out the dead. Only when they need it, and they ask nicely. Well, sometimes when they don't ask nicely, but always when they need it. Sometimes I help the living too, I guess.
We are not going back to town, correct?
No. No, we're not going back to town. You missed it.
How did I miss?
We went to get Eupheme and Humphrey out of the stockades. The mayor brought us all to the town hall for a speech. One of the men we fought was there with us, and they executed the 2 High Elven guards for for killing Stephen. He said that
Oh, Stephen.
he's dead.
Who?
It's the guard on the wall.
Right. But that is sad.
He's the one that gave you the flower. Okay.
He knows.
Yeah, okay. I'm just making sure Cade knows.
I know.
Dagomar.
I don't think Dagomars would remember because
Yeah.
he just kept leaving and someone's like giving him flowers. Like fuck it, I don't.
Okay. Yeah.
He said he was watching, so we had better be on our best behavior. Pointed to the sky. So,
Balanzar.
Titus. Probably.
But you are alive. And you are alive. The others are alive.
They left north.
Good. That is good. I would like to sit here a little longer, if that is okay.
That's fine. I have to send to
I'm
tell her.
bored.
Are you bored?
Then go be bored somewhere else.
And I
How
just
would
turn
how
my
would that
and then
help
I just
me?
You turn slightly.
I just kind of look at the because I don't know where I'm facing, but I'm just gonna face the creek and just kind of like put my hand in it.
Just flash a
Feel
very
the brook or
apologetic look at Eupheme.
Okay.
No, he's just like that. I do need to send a couple messages.
I'll give you
Oh,
privacy.
you don't have to give me privacy. I just wanted to let you know that I also have to be here for a bit longer.
That's fine. I was going to go talk to the squirrel anyway. I'm gonna go talk to a squirrel.
So you go talk to the squirrel.
Squeaker, squeaker. Like speak with animals.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, my spell DC went up.
Squeaker, squeak.
My spell DC is
Squeak, squeak, squeak. Yeah.
My spell DC
Watch me
is-
roll 15s all the time.
Yeah, because 14 really seemed to be the lucky number for everybody.
Okay.
Okay.
Send
We're
away.
level 5 now.
Who are you
I'm
sending to?
sending
The head?
To the
Let's
head of
go.
the Telhorl.
Not me.
Not me, but now I am.
The heir of Grendae.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh god, this is gonna be a pain. I didn't have a chance to write it out because we went to bed. Okay.
It's Vivian. Reporting that the mayor of Betwise is allied with
I can't remember. Did we say Titus Mirkwood to those people? Did we say the name?
with Balanzar. They sent 4 people to attack us. We, and then I'll send again. Motherfucker, my spell slots. Drove them off, but they executed 2 high elven guards and pinned a murder on them and swayed the townspeople.
It is quite interesting. Thank you for the information. And that's all I say.
Okay. And then
Who are you sending to?
I would like to scry
On-
on Hector House.
Okay. So let me pull up what his DC negatives will be.
It's like how well you know the person.
Yes.
We'll know how you know the target and the sort
Oh,
of
then
physical
it's fine.
connection you have to it. If a target knows you're casting the spell.
Again, so if the knowledge is familiar, then they get -5. But I will be rolling this son
Oh
of a
damn!
bitch.
I have to have.
And it's a wisdom save, right? Oh wait, you need
I
a
also have a connection.
you need a focus worth at least 1,000 gold pieces.
No.
Wait.
Yeah, get the fuck.
Are
out
you
of here.
fucking
Wait.
joking?
1,000.
A
thousand
gold?
gold.
In
But
your
isn't
world?
it? Yeah, isn't it?
Yeah, I said that I was going to adjust the prices of it. It's not going to be that much, but you do not have that.
Wow.
Just so you're aware.
What is with these material components?
I mean, it is like one of the more useful spells in the
Oh,
entire game.
I'm just
Oh,
gonna cry
only
about
if you
it.
have a focus worth 1,000 gold. Isn't
Well,
it?
it's not going to be 1,000. It'll probably be somewhere around like 180.
How much?
Oh no.
Not the gem. The gem's not worth 180.
90.
The ring.
Vivian needs another shopping episode.
Again,
My
that's
ring?
that. No,
My garnet?
Garnet is not a very precious stone. It's precious, but it's semi-precious. Precious.
Wow. Okay. Fuck me, I guess.
DM question: if like a bard was to like cast modify value on it, would that work?
No.
Oh,
Because you're only
That
you're
makes-
it's an enchantment spell to make the other person think that it's more valuable. It doesn't intrinsically increase its value, and magic abides by the intrinsic value of it.
sure. Yeah, I guess. The idea of it having whatever.
Yeah, it is sort of weird because why would magic need something worth a certain amount of gold? But it's the quality that is being.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
But no, you cannot scry.
Nuts. 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 I say nuts to that. That blows. That
That's big owl.
blows.
Let me see what I would have rolled though. Ooh, a 7.
Oh, I would have gotten it too.
Mhm.
Fuck. And I have a certain amount of connection. I do have an
Those are for
item
you
that he gave me.
meddling DM.
Does that also count from the -4?
No, it's -5.
Well, fuck.
Okay.
I would like to scribe though. Well, okay, now I have to decide whether or not Vivian's gonna send it Vorbex. Not right now.
Okay.
Otherwise, I'm just gonna sit and play with Pickle for a little
So
bit.
you guys sit there for about 30 to 40 minutes.
Scroll's not that interesting.
Squirrel's mostly interested in what you guys are doing, and that's about it. Otherwise,
Try to
until
teach him some tricks and stuff.
doesn't do it. Fuck you. I'm not gonna push for your ass. And leave.
Jump.
Oh, it wasn't a command.
No, I know, but it's like, yeah. No.
Do you have any sick moves you want to show
Yeah.
me?
Yeah.
Oh, well, if you frame it like that, then yes.
It's
They
not like
would
I'm
do some
training him.
acrobatics.
It's like a conversation.
Yeah. So, after about 30 minutes, what do you guys do? And it's about 8 a.m.
I've been bored over here.
Do we want to head out?
That's fine. We can head out.
Where are we going?
Well, we're supposed to go to the southern realms, but I don't know if we're going to be able to get down that pass.
Why wouldn't we be able to get down the pass?
Well, as two drow and a human, and if we disguise ourselves, I mean, the elves weren't in control of it before, so if we disguise ourselves as elves, that would probably be best, but then we'd be elves going into the southern realms, and we don't know if the humans have been able to overcome the pass, and if that's the case.
We can just wing it. Just play it by ear. If there's elves there, we're elves. If there's humans there, we're humans. I mean,
If we're elves, then why are we going to the southern realms? And if we're humans, then they're not going.
if we're elves, then it's none of their damn business.
I suppose.
Or we could just, I don't know, be invisible. I usually am better coming up with solutions when the problem is in front of me. Right now, sitting in this forest, I mean,
Yes. How long did it take to get through the pass the first time?
8 days.
8 days.
And there were like people the whole time, right? Like
So,
along the way.
sparse.
like winter or something.
Sparse, but it was winter.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we can start heading that way. Dagmaris.
What?
Just wondering if you're ready to head out.
Yes.
You can already tell this is going to be very somber.
It is not somber. This is my favorite place on this planet.
Not the place. I wasn't really referring to the place. I was referring to the company.
No, it is just like leaving this place. I enjoy this spot. That is all. And I'm leaving this place to go somewhere that I do not like.
I tend not to get too comfortable at all. So
Right.
Okay. So you guys heading out?
Yep.
Tensely,
I don't know.
yes.
Okay.
I don't know.
Poor Eupheme.
You exit the way you came. You exit just north of the city of Batwise's eastern gate. You see the same decrepit glass of Balanzar on the road, like past you to the right as you guys are passing onto the road to get back onto the road away from Betwis. And you see builders already hard at work constructing scaffolding for the new gate and hauling in cut lumber from the other side of town, their foreheads wrapped in thick linen cloth and their bodies wrapped in the same plain clothing, ready to get dirty. As you leave onto the road, you hear the town guard cheering for you atop the ramparts as they see you exit from the forest. You hear their voices get distance as you travel along the base of the southern range, the maple trees stretching above the path somewhat sparsely, but giving just enough cover to release the scent of a shaded spring day. You traverse the path for quite some time, the long setting sun behind the spires of the spine, and the stars beginning to peek into view along with the moon. You rest at the crux of two maples that seem to have grown out of each other, on one twisting a bit upward while the other curls a bit down before heading up towards the sky. You all unpack your belongings, bedrolls, tents, and the like. A long road ahead of all of you to find the lost wizard and face the reverberations of Titus Mirkwood in full. But for now, you rest. The first of many nights. Who is taking the first watch?
Before that,
I'll take the first watch.
so I wasn't really able to grab any food.
Yes.
Yeah, you guys need to keep track of rations and
I
stuff.
got rations. I don't remember where I logged them.
You got beads of nourishment.
Yeah, I guess
You made and bought.
I made
beads of
and bought. I
nourishment.
didn't make any beads of nourishment because I didn't have one of the
You
ingredients.
didn't have
I didn't have
the-
the aloe vera.
No, you didn't. Oh, you didn't have the aloe vera, but you had some of
Life
the
powder.
life powder.
But I did get rations. I think I got like 12 days of rations.
And you purchased beads of nourishment.
And I purchased beads of nourishment, but I'm specifically trying to save the beads of nourishment for when we have to go into Asteroid. But I did buy 12 days worth of rations before I knew that we were going to be teleporting over to Betwis. So I'll share some of mine.
Wonderful.
So I will log. I think I got like 10 days or 12 days because it was going to take how many days from Ashton to Betwis?
Around there.
Yeah, I'll just say 10. Make it easy.
I'll pay you back sometime.
You shared your food with us in the spine anyway, so you're fine.
All right.
About it.
I won't say another word about it.
Rations. Okay. Wow, I'm gonna be fucking encumbered. That's fun.
From the rations
Yeah.
that you. Wait, what?
From the
She
rations.
forgot
that I
to
bought.
input
Oh,
that,
I didn't put
I
that
was
in
like,
which
you're
means
like,
that the combat might have gone a little differently, but
I was confused. I was like, wait, we just ate and
I
now
only
you're
had 10
encumbered?
feet less of movement. That's it.
that's significant.
I didn't move a lot.
10 feet? Are you kidding? I can
Okay.
do that in a hop, skip, jump.
Hop, skip, and a jump.
And a jump.
Okay, so who's taking first watch?
Me.
Okay.
Oh, I will ritual cast
Lehman's.
Lehman's Tiny Hut.
Fucking abysmal. Like 8.
You sit
Hey, we're in a hut.
and watch through the translucent hut, the maple trees of the Forest of Own Life, trying very hard not to just pass out. But you do so, watching some of the birds and bats fly across the moonlit sky just between the canopy. 4 hours goes by, nothing much. Vivian awakes from her meditation.
I go to sleep.
Okay, roll off the thing, why don't you? Wow, ass today. Ass. I rolled ass. I rolled 6.
Okay, so you also
We're
just
putting you away.
watch nature.
You probably
Another 4 hours goes by.
play with Hickle.
Say all of you.
Yeah, I was just been sleeping.
You would have been sleeping
Yeah.
the whole time, so
8 hours passes. Hut goes away.
you guys awake at around 6 a.m. Crack of dawn.
God damn.
Okay, it is now April 21st.
Let's go. Oh my gosh, we're actually gonna meet.
If we keep traveling at this rate, we might actually get today. May 1st.
True.
Oh shit.
You continue your travels, the trees becoming slightly more sparse, and the sightline to the southern range of Astrid clearing significantly. You see the gradually climbing base of the mountains covered in thick grass, a coarse wild wheat, moss, trees, and shrubs that stretch up to a point before the ashy white stone of the mountains are visible. To your left, you see the forest of elven life and the peaks of the Elven Shield's smaller mountain range. Still no sight of the great tree, however. You do see, though, in full, the soot-black silty stone of the titanic Varntuk's spine, many miles high, each of the larger spires, and accompanied by many thousands of feet tall, smaller spines that pierce out of the primary knife-like mountain forms. You're just glad you're not heading back there just yet. It's been 5 months since you were last in the Southern Realms, and you can't help but gather anxiety in your heart for how it has changed since you were last there. And as you think that, you notice not a single traveler along the road.
Yikes.
Not one coming to Betwise. When you traveled here in December, there were very few, but there were some. The climate is warmer, though, and you still see none. Are you doing anything during your days of travel?
If there's any time to rest or like any dead time, downtime, I would start using some of the paper that I got in the Irelandish ruins to start learning that other soul transmutation spell.
Okay.
Jeez.
I forgot, sorry, I went through my inventory and I was like, wow, I have 150 gold pieces worth of paper and 200 gold pieces worth of ink. I can learn another spell.
Soul transmutation, that shit's...
Again, it costs less.
Yes, but that's just, I knew that I had enough.
No, it costs
Right.
less than like, in general. Spells cost less to learn, remember that.
No, yeah,
It's
I
a
just,
third of the regular cost now.
yes, I was just excited because that was
So you
a
can
lot
learn the
extra.
full. You can learn it in full, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So you're learning
Yeah,
bulwark of our domain.
bulwark
Oh wait, no.
of the unworthy.
Bulwark of the unworthy. Okay, sounds good.
Yeah, I guess
How long does that take? Just like
Like a couple
Over the-
hours.
A couple hours
Yeah.
over the course of you guys' travel. Okay.
Tight?
Yeah.
Doing anything else? You just
Probably just be practicing my calligraphy.
okay.
Not really saying much.
The second night.
Mm-hmm.
You eventually find a nice place to rest your heads amidst some lower grown shrubs and thick peat moss upon the ground. You smell the scent of the moss mingling with the dried bark of the trees, along with the lingering scent of ash that you can see the remnants of still stuck into the bark like mortar. Okay. Who is keeping watch?
Lehman Steinhead.
Limits to that.
that is. Sorry, 26.
Wow.
Holy shit, yeah. So you see it all, and you are very much trying to take in as much of the forest as possible. As you can see it becoming more and more sparse as days goes on. But nothing comes of it as you wake up. Make a
Oh, nice.
perception check.
12. 13. Haha.
13. Okay. Again, yours goes by without a hitch, and you will wake up again at about 6 a.m. You awake fully in Nighthouse Valley once more. You walk for a few miles before you see, just barely through the sparse trees and over the slight hills of the space, large canyons gouging into the earth and slithering across a massive valley. Flanked on both sides by large mountain ranges, the spines of Varntuk looming above, just ahead like a battalion of titanic stone gods. And the southern range of Astrid stretching above just to your right, the sun reflecting off its ashy white surface, impeded only by the dirt and shrubbery clinging to its form. To your left, to the north, you begin to see, as you push out of the last woods and into this much flatter space, Terradocia, or at least you see what's left of it. The branches of the great tree are shorter and entirely bald. No leaves left upon its now charred and weak branch systems that were once a glory to behold. You see the trunk, even from this far away due to its absolutely gargantuan size, just barely tinted blue from the great distance, thinner as well. Charred and burnt to a crisp with what looks to be A large canyon burnt into its south face, red embers seen even here, gently glowing in the light of the sun, Titus Mirkwood's gift. You still see the remnants of smoke trails trickling off of its form. However, you see smoke still rising from many miles south of the tree. Looking to where the smoke rises, you see red flames still licking out from amidst the tree cover, and strange red mirages eking out from in between the bouts of smoke. Floating into the sky along with the smoke, the remnants of Tilia still burn with the fires of Balanzar.
Definitely not as picturesque.
No,
So you guys were in that?
we were just outside of it. On some big historic stump overlooking the city.
Okay.
It's a shame.
It is a shame. I'm afraid of the repercussions. We read somewhere in, I forget what book, that souls, when they died, would pour towards Terradocia.
Is that true?
That's what you saw?
Well, hopefully it has more to do with the location than it does with the actual tree being alive.
I mean, it doesn't look dead, does it?
Doesn't look good.
It doesn't look good, but it doesn't look dead, does it?
Looks dead. You can't, I mean, again, not being a botanist and also not being right
Sure.
next to it, you can't really tell the extent of the damage, but it looks bad.
Okay.
I don't suppose I can just plant another one.
I mean, the rest of the sprouts of Terradocia are supposed to be part of it, isn't it? Aren't they?
Yes.
Not that it would take a short amount of time to... Stupid, it's a stupid. It was a stupid.
Well, there's magic and stuff, right? I mean, just do magic and fix it.
We cannot do magic and fix that.
Oh, are you a professional on the subject?
Are you a professional?
No, I'm saying it's a possibility.
We don't even know what it is.
It's a tree.
It's a god. Or at least that's what the Archdruid viewed it as.
Gods can fix things.
Not if they are dead.
Not if it's dead, that's true. I just leave a place for hope, I suppose.
Okay. So, regardless of the fate of Tilia Mondelitas, you continue towards your destination, and as you walk deeper into the canyon, seeing how deep the canyons run at certain points, you would estimate around 200 or 300 feet down. You see from just above the canyons, looking down, the shape of them, like a god scoured the earth, leaving behind these deep gouges from their titanic claws. The stone is an interesting hue, black like the spine of Varantuk, but also a bit mixed in is a hint of ashy gray, like paint in a mostly black bucket. However, the most interesting thing is the foliage, which you remember, which appears to be moving ever so slightly.
Yeah.
It appears to be lichen and moss, their fuzzy tips shaking and swaying to and fro as the bits move slowly across the stony canyons. As you look on at one slightly shifting of the foliage, you also see interesting plant life growing towards the base of the canyon as well. You also notice strange shimmering, glistening from the spring sun. Looks almost magical.
Is there an opportunity before it, becomes like a 200-foot drop in there to enter the canyon?
Again, the canyons are pretty rough on the edges. This isn't the Grand Canyon where it just dips. They're rocky. You can climb down, but they're pretty deep in every point.
Yeah, that's a big woof.
You'd have to climb down, yes.
I want to find some Varaya's will bush, but what's the base of the canyon? I would like to try and harvest some of the. Can I try and? Did I ever identify the moths? The lichen?
No.
May I try to?
Nature check.
am I rolling ass today? Can someone tell me why I'm rolling?
I didn't
ass?
know there was ass on his dice.
Nature check. 10.
Yeah, I'd say you know that these are the dried tears of the Guardian.
Cool. That's actually what I was hoping to look for.
Okay.
I would like to harvest some dried tears of the garden.
Make a survival check. Nature check, I'll say.
Vivian, the cry master. Can I have your sweat? Can
Can
I have your tears?
and your sweat. I have still have yet
I
to
have
ask
my
him
own
for
tears.
urine.
Your spit and
And some urine eventually. Why? Why are you all rolling under 10? Why is this happening? 9.
9? Okay. You get some.
Can you quantify that?
I'll say you get a...
In the salt of the mountain, it's 2 palm-sized webs is the metric that you use for the ingredients.
I say you get about half a palm. Of
Wow,
lemon.
that's garbage.
Well, keep going.
Well, I can't because I rolled a shit nature check.
You can try again with disadvantage.
Yeah. I'm gonna.
bless.
Bless.
Yeah,
Yeah, bless. Absolute.
Bless.
Or guidance, sorry.
Well, those rolled above a 10, so D4 in this house.
Here. There's some D4s in this house. There's some D4s in
Stop.
this
Awful
house.
show. Nature check. That is a 19.
19.
Disadvantage.
Okay, so you
Give me the tears.
you gently place your hand near the lichen, and you feel their tiny legs
Oh,
creep upon your hand as you get about, after all said and done, I'd say about 3.5 palms
Nice.
of the dried tears.
of dried tears. Cool.
What's that for?
This is for. It's a recipe that I'm hoping to be able to make eventually. There's just a lot of components. It's Breath of the Gods.
That sounds really fancy.
Yes, it's for. Well, let's find it.
Breath of the gods.
Breath of the Gods.
You take one deep breath.
Nice.
Guardian's Blessing. Sorry, I'm trying to.
I bet it's all very technical and whatnot. Yeah. Breath of the gods is a good enough answer for me.
It's yes. Makes you a bit harder to hit for a while. The potion does.
Oh, I wouldn't need it.
Will Bush. What is this potion for? Oh, it's for the Moradin's Mind Stones. Oh, I really want that though.
What are you doing?
I can't climb down in here.
Okay,
I can't do it. I'll
so
die.
you're heading out?
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good.
I'll ask you, Phoebe.
Your spell, the transporting one, the misty one.
Oh, right. Very cool.
How far does that? Yes, it's
Perfect.
very cool. How far does it travel?
Oh. Counting. Let's say around 30 feet. Probably.
Okay.
Exactly.
Why?
Well,
You could reach something very high?
no, very low actually.
You guys are all looking down into the
Yeah.
canyon.
You could just fall.
Yes, and then I would die.
Well, don't fall so fast.
I don't have that spell. But I don't trust myself to be able to climb down there at all. I will just resign myself to hopefully being able to find some at an alchemy shop.
Oh, what do you want?
There's a bush, Ray's Will. I just need some twigs from it. It can only be found at the base of the canyons.
Oh, wait, no. Oh, no. I'm reading. I have the book out, I'm assuming.
They're protected by the Galeb door.
Is that how you pronounce it?
They're
You all met.
Yeah,
The Galeb door.
in the
They were
The
sending
stones.
the rock away,
yeah,
the spirit of the rock away.
those creatures that we saw in the spine, those stone creatures.
Right. Why don't... I mean, we could just ask him, right?
Yes, we could.
asking what?
Have you met the Gale of Door?
No, you've never met the Gale of Door.
No.
Well, I'm a very seasoned, well-traveled individual, and in one of my excursions, I came across these rock-like creatures. Interestingly enough, they were sending a rock creature to the afterlife.
Did you save it? Is that
No,
your
no,
job?
no. Well, I guess they have a similar job.
Understood.
They were sending it away. It was beautiful.
Was it a joke that you made that we would contact these rocks?
No, they're guardians. They're spirits.
They seem intelligent.
Can you contact them?
I would just try talking to them.
It's down there.
Yes, they
Alright.
guard the bush.
Okay.
Yes, the book says that they understand Elvish, Dwarvish, Draconic, Gnomish, and Halfling.
And we're like 200 feet up? What do you say?
300,
I know
Oh.
you'd say.
Elvish, Dwarvish, and Halfling.
I know a lot of languages, but why does it matter? It's 300 feet away. Ish. Guessing.
The book also says that they seem very sad every time they have to give twigs away, but they'll give it if they deem you kind and good-hearted.
Well, that is
It's
none of us.
I can just try and buy some. It might be.
I don't want it. I don't care.
Yes, I'll just do that. It's a little bit more
I'll talk to them.
intense
my own
than I
time.
thought it was going to be.
You'd also know that most herbalists don't carry them, just so you're aware.
Fuck.
You've never heard of anyone selling them.
But I want it. Oh, but I'm a bad person. I'm a bad. I mean, that's the. That's the decision. I'm a bad person. They would give me the twigs. I'll move on.
Okay.
Sorry. I'm trying to use your book.
Yeah. So, as you progress a few more hours past the canyons, you enter into the flat shrub and tall grass laden portion of Nightow's Valley. Looking out, you see some large figures in the distance. Loud chuffs and flapping of large bushels of hair can be heard. You see, grazing amidst the flatness of the valley, large buffalo.
Oh!
Their noses twitching and moving in sync with their chewing and their eyes looking calmly back at you.
How close are they?
About 50 feet away. No, I'd say about 120.
Oh, I'm gonna yell at them.
Okay, you yell at them and some of them
I'm gonna cast.
lick into their nose and sort of...
Yeah, speak with animals and just say, "Hello, buffalo."
Okay. You see one sort of look to the others. Hello. Okay.
That's it.
And
They said hello.
Go back and graze some more.
They said hi.
Fuck off.
Siren would be very jealous of that trick.
Oh, speaking of them?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Well, most people are. That's why I do it all the time.
So, you travel...
How do we know you're not just making it up what they're saying?
Because I'm an honest, well-meaning individual, and I would never lie to you.
Okay. You only...
Sparkle.
You only travel about a third of the way through Nightow's Valley during your day of travel. Feeling your body's energy wane and the light of the sun do the same, you find a soft patch of dirt to rest up against the gradual incline towards the base of the southern range, where you can rest your weary heads for the night. Looking out into the valley, you see the same gang of buffalo, some still grazing, while others look to be sound asleep amidst the tall grass and shrubs of the space.
I want to sleep next to a buffalo.
Really bad.
Okay,
Dirty 20.
dirty 20.
I bet
see,
they are.
you see the buffalo?
Tiny hut. Grassy.
Yeah, cool. You see the buffalo. See a couple eagles fly, and the bats above you. You hear the gentleness of the gravel shifting its own accord, and you look over and you see a snake travel away. That's what you see.
Cool.
Okay.
Nice. 17.
17. Okay. You see the same. Some of the buffalo look to getting closer as the night draws on.
Lots of critters.
Lots of critters.
There's just been some. Is Hithgold, does he like rest at night?
No. In fact, he tends to, as you are out of the forest, look up at the stars.
Oh, I'll just
Slowly red.
lay back with him a little bit and just
Okay.
kind of
And he.
hold his little hand.
Okay.
So much.
Okay. It is now the 4th day of travel, which is the 23rd of April.
23rd of April.
Okay.
As we travel, I'd like to try to write down that pan flute melody that was in
The satyr.
Yeah, the satyr pan flute
Okay.
melody.
Sure,
Just
absolutely. I'll say that you, with being a bard and your expertise in music, you're able to do it without any checks. Yes. You travel once more through the flat Nighthouse Valley. Though it's incredibly peaceful and quite calming. The sky is blue above you. You hear the sound of songbirds in the shorter peaks of the mountains that flank either side and upon the small trees that grow sporadically within the space. You smell the scent of sun-bathed grass and the sweet aroma of sage filling the air. You hear the rustling of dried grass at your shins and feel the lukewarm air brush against your face as you travel. You feel a peace within you that you haven't felt in some time. You begin to see, in the distance, the closing in of the mountains. The creation of the pass of Varentuk's spine as the spine began to impede upon the southern range of Astrid, cramping the land and forcing a narrow path to be created. You see where the mountains once battled. White stone crumbled on the western side of the base, and large boulders created from the remnants of stone. This is in stark contrast to the eastern side, the spine unimpeded, growing strong, its daggers holding their position over the pass and over a fair portion of the southern range as it approaches inside. This is hopefully your path into the southern range, or the southern realms.
Can we see anyone yet?
No.
Okay. I can scout ahead using.
You are many miles away,
Okay.
just so you're aware.
Just kidding then. I'll wait until we're a little closer, but I don't want to be in sight range before I do some clairvoyance.
Okay. Again, you are very, very much far away.
Cool.
To the point where you're not going to reach the pass of Varentuk. Okay.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. So the night comes too swiftly for you to enter into the pass of Varentuk's spine. The night's darkness gripping you before you reach its maw. You set up camp for the night, looking at the stars above and catching your breath for the travel to come.
Vivian, I don't know a lot about magic, but you can turn people into, like, critters, right?
Yes. You do not retain your faculties.
Oh, I don't want to be turned into an animal. I'm asking because, and I don't know a lot about the way magic works, but can we just turn, like, the big guy into a bird and fly?
Like a large bird?
Would have to be. I mean, not very large, because you're, your size, and I'm slim, but, built.
For the sake of entertaining, let me think about it for a second.
No.
Yeah.
Doesn't last long enough.
Yeah.
Not to get there, but it'll be faster.
I just want to see what what exactly I can turn it into.
Turn it.
It might not be faster if you are
Challenge
if you're
radius
trying to fly
equal
over the pass, like
or
over the
less
mountains,
than the targets.
I don't know.
or in the
Just
pass, it
traveling.
might.
Yeah.
The new form can be any beast whose challenge rating is equal to or less than the target's. What would his challenge rating be? It's a single level 9.
Dagamaras?
Dagamaris. You're so rude.
What? Oh, you were pointing at me?
Oh no, Dagamaris.
It'd be like
Okay.
challenge rating 2.
Okay.
2?
Yeah.
Damn.
Because remember that a CR 9 is
For 4.
for level 9s.
Yeah.
So if you
But Dagamaras
one
is
quarter,
built different.
Dagamars would ruin a party of 4 level 2s.
Would a party of 4 level 2s might be able to take on Dagamars? They might be able
Press
to.
X for doubt.
Okay.
Press X for doubt, maybe. But again,
But that's
he
still-
doesn't have much HP. He has high AC, and he deals a lot of damage.
I have 82. That's not bad.
It's not bad.
82?
82? Yeah, you would be like you would be a little bit too
Oh, you're level
powerful.
up,
Yeah.
CR is weird as it pertains to players.
Yeah.
I get
but,
it. I'd say
Yeah.
yeah, CR2 makes sense.
Yeah.
Can turn into a giant eagle. CR1. They can't pick anything up.
Again, you wouldn't be able to tell them to do anything.
Yeah.
You can
Can
talk to
ask.
animals.
Yeah, you can
You
ask.
can talk to animals, right? And that
It
would
is strength is
possibly be
plus
true.
3.
I will say it is a very inefficient way of travel.
No, for sure.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
How long does polymorph last?
An hour.
An hour. Yeah, very inefficient.
What's the speed on that?
On a giant eagle?
I think it's like
It's like
60,
40 to
60
60.
flying.
Which is 100. Oh, that doesn't matter.
It's about double your guys'
80
walking.
feet. 80 feet flight
Okay.
speed.
So it's about double your guys' flight or speed.
It might be helpful in a pinch if we need to get out of somewhere. But I don't think it would be extremely efficient just for
You could certainly try it.
everyday travel.
Well, then, yeah. Well, you're the
You're saying that I wouldn't have control of my brain.
No, but he could speak to you. You would, for all intents and purposes,
We don't know if he can speak to animals.
you would be an eagle.
I've seen you speak to animals before, haven't I? I've seen
You've
it,
seen
yeah.
me speak, yeah. But
You spoke to-
I just spoke to a bison, so.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Hello.
And the squirrel.
I've also seen you. You spoke to like the critters in the
pigeons,
sharks,
windmice,
right?
yeah.
And that was yes, and that was. I've seen him do it a couple
Alright.
times.
It is an interesting idea if we need to get out of somewhere very quickly.
Okay.
What?
Go on.
Okay.
I forgot the mayo at Lemek's house.
Yes.
Yes. Oh, I was supposed to bring it. I was supposed to bring it.
DM's thinking about
Sorry.
vegan mayo.
Because I'm so hungry.
Damn, I was supposed to bring it.
It's a good thought. We certainly can, in a
Well,
pinch.
just trying to do my part.
Yes.
Add my brains to the mix, you know.
Yes.
It is possible. You could certainly try it.
It is possible. If for some reason we're not allowed.
whatever
in
you
or
guys wanna
something
do.
like that. No, it is a good potential plan, especially if they don't allow us in or whatever subterfuge we try doesn't work. Subterfuge.
Okay.
Whatever the fuck you
So the knight is here. Who is making a perception check?
Tiny hut.
A 10.
How long does that take to cast? By the way?
10 minutes.
10. Okay.
It's a ritual.
Watch goes by throughout without a hitch. What is yours?
11.
11. Watch also goes by without a hitch. You see no travelers. And the sun begins to rise. It is now the 24th of April.
Oh my gosh, we're getting closer.
After about 2 more hours of travel, you feel the mountains close in around you, and the air grow a bit colder within the shade of the 2 clashing ranges. Only Vivian remains in the party that traversed this pass. Hector and Osiren not with her any longer. Dagamaris was teleported into the sprouts of Terradosia, though he feels comfortable within the confines of stone. To a point. Eupheme has always traversed the traveler's song, as it sounded so much more pleasant. And, much to his chagrin, it was. Whereas the traveler's song winds along the western coast of Adamos to the southern realms, allowing those who travel along it to gaze upon the open sea, upon tall stone bluffs, and the distant islands of the central realms, this is reminiscent of places he'd rather never have been. You enter fully into the pass of Arntuk's spine, seeing the same gravelly and loose walls you remember, and the large stone protrusions piercing out from your left, creating ledges above and pathways into the stone like complex warrens of stone. To your right, you see ashy white, shelves of it layered into its face, and shrubs growing amidst the gravel and soft soil. You see moss and lichen clinging all over, and small trees growing far above precipices of hard soil and stone mingling with each other. Would you like to do anything during the day?
whistle, probably. I don't know.
If we take a rest at any point, like a little 5-minute rest,
So
Oh.
we'll take a rest.
Goody.
Send away.
I gotta.
Yes. Bring death to us. Why
I
not?
gotta make sure he's okay.
Send
Okay.
away.
I wanted to die. That was the goal. Thank you.
Okay.
Do I want to die? Yes.
It's Vivian. I've separated from Osiren, but I wanted to check if you were
Before you can
okay.
even finish it,
Bitch, where's my boy?
you feel it is not reaching anybody.
Hopefully my boy got a kiss. Kiss of death.
He's just meditating.
He's just meditating. He's in Nirvana.
He's just in another plane.
He's in another
Just
plane.
in another
Yeah,
plane.
yeah, that's
He's
fine.
in a
Yeah.
nice
Pulled
plane.
the
He's in
pulled
a
the Don
nice,
John
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
card.
a nice
It's everything's okay.
Ivar came up to him.
other
I
plane.
hear you are very powerful and quite stupid. Pull the gun.
Okay. Vivian just sits there for like 3 minutes, just like before sending to Osiren.
Okay.
I sent to Glorbax. It wasn't reaching anyone. I'm sorry.
He can't die now. He's alive. And if he isn't, I hope that I follow him. In the same way that he went as brave as he was.
I'll send again.
Okay.
Okay.
We're gonna die.
If I can find the materials I can scry on him, I'll let you know if I find anything.
I'm sure he'll contact me first. I'm sure he will.
Okay.
And I'll use my pro power to regain his spell slot.
Okay. Doing anything else during the day? Okay. You walk for the better part of the day, finding not a single traveler.
God, it's so stressful.
That is, until night fast approaches. You see a figure leaning up against the gravelly slopes of the stone of Astrid, poking and sniffing some sage, and reading a book of some sort. As you gather closer, you see an older man, possibly in his 50s, with long gray and black hair slicked back at the front that explodes in the back with a slightly prominent widow's peak. His face is kind, yet stern, with features that look to be carved somewhat haphazardly from stone. Those eyes look kind, covered in smile lines that reverberate to his temples, and his eyes are a deep brown. His skin is a light brown covered in light freckles upon his slightly wrinkled skin, and his eyebrows are a mess of bushy white and black just above slightly slanted eyes. As you approach even closer, you see his build is quite sturdy for his age, and he appears to be wearing thick and coarse robes that wrap around his form, the primary color being very light cherry, and the rimming being that of bands of white with a strip of gold down the center. As you approach.
I will cast Alter Self
Okay.
before we approach.
A traveler.
Yes. Hello, all of you. I don't... Sorry. Well, my manners.
What book is he reading?
Make a perception check.
Oh God, it was almost a 1. 18.
The Adventures of Drevnir Kalstrawen.
Kalstrawen?
Sorry. I wasn't expecting anybody. It's quite nice to see what look to be somewhat friendly faces. Somewhat of a grimace, my Arolendish friend.
Oh yeah, he just does that. But yes, we are very friendly. But be careful, the roads are dangerous nowadays.
Thank you for your warnings. No one bothers with an old man like myself.
Are you traveling south or north?
South, actually. I thought it would be best if I got out of my house for the first time in quite some time.
Is that Elvin, you said?
Can I inside?
Sure.
All of y'all inside of me.
15.
16.
Wow.
Seems like a nice older man.
Yes, I find that moving around does help a lot with the cobwebs that can find themselves in your head.
Yes, and mine is filled with plenty. I take walks, but there's nothing quite like adventuring again.
Where is your home?
It's near Belra, in the Central Realms.
Quite the time to go south.
Seems like the only chance I'll get to see it again. I figured I'd travel. Just a bit before things got worse. Maybe.
How old are you?
There's a lot of questions to ask me.
I ask you because you didn't call me Drow, you called me Erlandish. Not many people know that.
I'm 53 years old.
Same as I.
50.
And he's a baby.
Am I the youngest one here?
How old are you?
A little over 24?
I'm an elf.
Yes.
I'm but a child in elven years.
But years are years.
I feel young, if that makes any difference to you. I'm sorry, I'm typically much more boisterous. It's just
These times.
no, it's also I'm quite tired. I like sniffing sage when I'm about ready to bed down.
What does that
It calms me.
calm you?
Yeah, sage is nice.
What is your name?
My name's Yahiro Utamara.
Vivian.
It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
No need to cover yourself up, do you either?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we gotta look.
Like he saw through my disguise?
That's what he said.
Fucking drop it. Balls, man. Everyone's seeing through my fucking spells.
You all seem quite nice. I'll just ask right away. I'd like to travel with you, if you'd have me.
Yes, God, I need more company. I absolutely would love. I mean, if everyone else is okay with it.
That is fine.
I see no reason why not.
Great.
Do you know that sage to calm?
Great. It's like, yeah.
Yeah, there's tons. It grows all around the Barntuk's Pass.
This one likes plants as well. She likes to
Oh, yeah.
pluck them and put them in bottles and right.
I'm studying alchemy.
Well, I like alchemy as well. Again, I'm just quite tired. Don't usually sound this way.
We were
It's been a
about
long
to
travel.
bedtime as well.
Excellent. I will be sleeping as well. These old bones. Young in heart, but not in body. I was planning on just sleeping next to these sage bushes. If you want to join me.
Sure. I'll start the hut and I'll
Start ritual casting. Name is tiny hut. I want to get the range with some sage
And
bushes
he-
in there.
Oh, well, magic. I like magic too.
Oh,
you see pulls from his side a sword. Looks it just looks really simple. You see a maple wood handle carved in it. You see arcane, elvish, and you notice black speech carved into the rows of the handle.
Wow.
The pommel looks to be dented and smushed in multiple areas, and the blade itself seems to be that of polished iron with strange heat mirage that appears to extend from its handguard, a red, green, and purplish hue that's just barely visible. The edge of the blade is also a bit strange, chipped and rather dull by the looks of it. And then a spellbook.
What color is the skin?
It's darker brown. It's like a darkish brown.
Okay. I just want to
A light brown.
You're like drow?
It's a light.
Drow?
Yeah, it's a light brown color. His ears look to be high elven.
Okay.
Oh.
Half high elven, right?
Yeah.
I do have a couple shells. I tried to teach myself.
We'll have you taught yourself this. I'm gonna cast prestidigitation and shoot
he-
fireworks like from my
Yeah.
fingertips. Yeah.
Magnificent. I love prestidigitation.
Is that what it's called?
Yes.
Did you not know that?
I call it. I mean, you know, colloquially, it's probably called something different. I have my names for it.
Is it alright if I keep watch? I will be keeping watch.
I prefer it. Here, I have a friend, and he snaps,
Feel familiar.
and a capybara
Nice.
pops out with a flower resting in its left ear.
Okay, so black speech on the sword, capybara with the flower.
His
Evil
name's
good,
his
evil
name's
good.
Timothy.
Timothy.
Yeah,
What is he going to do?
just sit next to you.
Keep me company.
Yeah.
Alright.
Oh, I'll
That is fine.
also snap, and I'll bring Marquis out,
Oh, Cyclopean field mouse.
and I'll just put him down.
Not ones to be messed with.
Have him hop over to Timothy. Or
Timothy. Very nice. Doesn't have many friends. As of late. I do have a couple. Interesting spells, but they're all not as grand as yours.
They can't all be.
But I can create this, and he draws a circle, a couple of runes, and appears to grab out some flint and tinder as from the dirt and gravel, a bonfire, smokeless, is created.
Create bonfire.
Create bonfire.
No one ever takes that one.
Well, I'm gonna go to bed.
That saved us a lot of time setting up camp.
I'm glad I can be of service. I'm very tired.
Please, yes.
Much
Just
like
falls,
Hector.
falls asleep.
Immediately. Alright, then I'll finish the hut.
Okay.
24.
24.
Wow.
See very much of nothing within. Just the hero sleeping and the other two party members resting as well. Eventually, you stir.
Oh, almost one. 10.
10? Okay. Same. 6:30 a.m. comes around. He That was a nice rest. Thank you all for protecting me in your bubble.
You're welcome.
Where y'all heading in the Southern Range? I mean, not Southern Range, Southern Realms.
Schwenton.
Schwenton. Lovely. I'd come to you.
Do you have any destination in mind over here? So, any destination in mind? Or
No, again, like I said, I just want to see as much of the Southern Realms as possible. It's been a long time.
well, hopefully there's enough of it left.
Have you heard more of what's happened? I saw the tree somewhat on fire last I checked.
There's news that Glaucon has
laid waste to Dunbarrow and Heimdall's. And who knows where else.
Who?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Tight. Cool.
The Dragon King?
Yeah.
The king of the southern realms.
Glaucon.
Do you live under a rock?
I try to. I don't much like the goings on of everything as of late. And you can see why all of you seem so gloomy talking about it. And I don't blame you. You want to ask me something? You...
No.
All right.
It's just strange for someone.
I've traveled a lot. I haven't met one person who doesn't know who Glaucon is.
I know who Glaucon is. I just hadn't heard his name in quite some time.
Well, should we set out?
Yes, we shall.
All right.
That's 2 more rations gone, right? Or 4?
I have my own food.
Oh.
Yeah. Thank you, though.
Of
Yeah.
course, of course.
I'm in 4 because it's been 2 days since I've logged it
Yeah.
in.
Shall we head out? Okay. Continues along with you all.
I'm excited about the black speech on his sword.
You continue your travels through the pass of Arntuk's spine, the stone stretching on either side of you and the sounds of eagles screeching above you, echoing into the pass. The 25th of April. Would you guys like to do anything during the day?
Eupheme, I know that we may have gotten off on the wrong foot, but we will hopefully be useful together in this group.
Oh, of course. No hard feelings. Of course. I usually get... I'm either really well with some people or really bad with others.
And I'm trying to make it so that you are well with me in my mind.
I'll do the same.
All right. And I'm sorry I'm not as talkative as other people you might want to travel with. It is something new to me to try and communicate. Especially, it's just a challenging time.
Yes, and we deal with that differently.
Yes.
No hard feelings, of course. And if there are any animals you want to talk to, please let me know.
All right.
I must say, I am curious into you, where you are. What brings you all to where you are now?
I'm a henchman. A hired hand, what that means.
There's nothing wrong with that. Make some gold, hopefully.
We don't have more
gold.
useful than that.
That's good. But you all,
You go first.
I crawled out of the Underdark 11 months ago with no memory. We're trying to find a friend I made along the way. Another wizard.
you know a lot of magic folk. It's rare.
Yes, I've come to understand that quite recently, actually. How rare it is.
Yeah. It's a shame. And you?
I will tell if you tell your story.
All right. Grew up in Belra. The outskirts. Just where the pommel of the sword is made. From the maples just outside. I helped pick grapes there for Wide family. Can't quite remember the name at this point. They're no longer around.
Is it the Regalias?
No, they exist in Gracia.
Right.
Where is Bellerin, actually?
Belra is
right across the river
right
from
across the
Grecia.
river from Grecia.
Oh, okay.
I trained with my father, who was a high elf, swordsmanship for quite some time, and my mother, she knew a bit of magic before it was so looked down upon. After a while, I decided to learn a bit more, but I didn't get all that far. So I just went back to Belra after a while. Been living there ever since.
And you said you traveled to the south at some point?
Yes. I lived in Tristfall for a bit.
Yes. Well, thank you for telling the story. My story is my people were brutally murdered by a vampire turned man, god, and I saw them all. And many of them die and changed into beasts, rat mixtures. My mother and yes.
Yes. Quite the story.
Yes. And then I came out around the same time that Vivian did, with all my memories. And have been hiding and meeting people, and it's been all great fun.
I had no idea.
Yes. Well, I didn't talk about it, but now I've started to open up more about it because I feel that it is, the world seems to be ending, so I might as well tell my story instead of hiding it.
I agree.
And I'm sorry that I say it so offhandedly. I don't like feeling.
That's a shame. I love feeling. That's why I'm heading to the south.
Feeling is it's what connects us.
I agree. There's a lot of not feeling going around. And I feel I've become a bit detached from it myself. It's another reason for travel. I must say, much more interesting than I expected. Two Erlendi and a strange human.
Okay.
Yeah, strange. You got a strange aura surrounding you.
My mother always said that.
I'm not magic. I can see through you. You fucking weird.
Well, shall we move on then?
Absolutely, please.
All right.
Are we coming up to the?
No. Again, this
Golly.
is the second day of travel in the pass.
Oh. Okay, so we're in the pass.
Mm-hmm. Yes, you guys have been in the pass.
No, sure. I just before there were people, like before when we were entering from the southern
We're
realms.
not past that part yet.
Again, there were no gates coming in or out of the
Yes.
central.
Me? No brain.
Okay. You once again feel the aching sensation of night grip you, feeling the desire to set up camp once more within the grim pass you find yourself within. Who is perceiving?
Alright, I'll go. 24.
Watch goes by without a hitch.
That was cool. Let's go.
5 for me, but I did cast the hut. I would
Okay.
say.
Again, watch goes by. The 10th day of travel, the 29th of April, comes to all of you after 4 more days of travel. As you continue into the pass of Arntuk Spine, you begin to see more and more travelers along the path. Some traveling down south, as you are, and some seemingly camping off of the beaten path upon the soil and gravel-ridden boundaries of the pass. You see more and more as time goes on. Not a crowd by any means, possibly one or two groups every mile or so, but it's still odd.
What are they? Are they human? Are they
You see
high elf?
various
Oh, okay.
species. One of the groups hails you down.
Hold yourself.
At this point,
I
don't
know, I'm
fucking
stressed
care.
out about it.
I don't
You're
fucking
stressing me out,
care.
dude.
Are you all traveling south? Then I'm assuming you guys are all walking south. There are people that are getting a little bit opportunistic along the path. Just be careful. And you hear like robbing? Yes, like robbing.
Were you attacked?
Yes, we were. Some of our rations were stolen, and along with our gold.
Any injured?
No. They didn't seem like they wanted to hurt us, they just wanted our things.
I will pass over the 5 days of rations I have left.
Thank you.
I have beads.
Oh, okay. I was about to be like,
And you hear
I starve.
sure, yes. Here, have some of mine as well. And they... Thank you so much.
Stay safe.
You as well.
And thank you.
Thank you, too.
I after they head off, I'll just turn to different. I purchased some nourishment beads before we left Between, so we have plenty.
That was very kind of you. Nice. Very, 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 very nice. Ah, I don't know why I'm so sullen. I used to be so happy. Maybe it's the place. The past is gloomy.
To think the Southern Elves will be much better. Realistically.
I truly hope that you are incorrect. I love the fields of wheat and so nice. But we will see. I keep my optimism high.
I have not been. I've obviously not been disguising myself. Do you think I should start doing that?
Yes.
I would agree. I don't think many people are going to be as optimistic to see you, especially if we run into any high elves.
We will not be running into high elves. I doubt it.
And do you think it would be a good idea?
All
I
right.
feel like word that.
Every time I pass somebody,
Do you have any method of concealing yourself?
I do not have a disguise kit.
You don't have a mask or a hood?
No. That was what I was waiting for to be made for me.
It's probably fine. Those who are traveling north aren't going to be running back to the south to let people know. But once we get there, probably.
That is fine. I just wanted to know.
I mean,
Once I'm
that's-
in the south, I will be disguising myself. I do not need people
Just don't
seeing
want
me.
word getting back to.
Yes,
Yes.
that does not matter though.
Yes, I don't have much I can do to help you.
No, that is okay. I was just wondering. I wanted it for the betterment of the group. I would not do it anyways. Because what are they gonna do? Kill me?
At the very least, try.
Yes, and they won't.
I enjoy your confidence. I really do.
Yes.
I mean, with shoulders like that, I'd be confident as well. I mean, I am confident, but I'd be extra confident.
Right.
Youth. I miss it. Not all that much, though.
From my knowledge,
We fucking
and I
comment,
understand that
really.
this might be limited. How long do half-elves live?
You're not really sure.
Oh.
Very little experience with it.
Sure. Also, how many, was it 21 days worth of beads in a jar of nourishment beads?
3 weeks.
Yeah.
So yes.
Yeah. Okay, cool. I'm gonna start tracking the amount of beads that I use.
Okay.
4 jars of nourishment beads.
Okay. The night falls once more. You all bed down for the time being while the sound of gravel slowly trickles down the side and the singing of birds, quiet, and is replaced with the gentle, rapid flapping of bat wings in the night sky.
Hut.
15.
Okay, so you begin casting the hut.
15.
You're not doing the perception check yet.
Oh, great.
As you're casting the spell,
Right.
you see a couple people previously hanging from the tops in the warrens above jump down.
I'm not disguised, by the way.
You hear him. Puts his hands up. I don't have much. And they point small, short swords at all of you.
How many are they?
How many?
3.
I just want to illuminate a firebolt in my hand. And I just want to say, someone else.
Make an intimidation check.
Nice.
I'm good at that though.
Those
I'm
are
a little-
fun though. They
I'm
hardly
afraid
come
of
up.
Aye. Intimidation?
Mhm.
9.
I ain't scared of getting burned. All of you scared of getting cut?
No.
You could die here.
You will die.
So could you.
You will
I
die here.
will not die here.
Who the fuck are you? We just want some food, some gold.
That's
We
fine.
were
We do
told
not
that
have
you've
that.
already gotten food and gold from someone else.
Not enough.
Not enough for that.
Are you fat pig? I like Dagomaris' one-liners.
What are you?
Fat pig.
A fat pig?
That would be a hero laughing.
Okay.
No, I don't think so, at least. Looking, he seems pretty lean. No, just need food. Some gold.
Well, what do
Come
you-
on, is that worth your lives?
Is it worth your lives? You don't eat gold.
But I use it to
To
buy more.
Yes, well, we are in a pass and there's nothing to buy, so.
You think I'm gonna live here? You got a sharp tongue on you? Huh?
Right.
I'm gonna make it sharper. Huh?
Go for it.
Well,
I'm gonna cast mage armor on myself, and you'll
Alright.
see. You can see the fluttering of like the bones just kind of like rush up and then
And you hear
fall
a-
back.
looks down. Sits.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have any gold. Old man, don't worry about that. We're focused on these 3. Don't want to rob an old man.
I don't have any food.
What have you been eating then? Huh?
No food.
Well then you. Cough it up, huh?
We are not giving you our food.
I already gave the rest of my food to the ones that you already stole from.
Can I cast hold person on the 2 others?
Yeah,
Third level?
yeah, wisdom saves?
Yeah, wisdom saves.
Natural 20 on one.
Okay.
Wow.
And natural 16 plus 0 for the other.
Okay, so they both do it.
Yeah, they... Oi! What just happened? What are you talking about? Shut up. Oh, maybe you fancy armor, huh? Looks good. Think I pulled it off better. Come on, straight.
Could I
Huh?
perhaps buy our lives for 10 gold?
I do not.
10 gold.
Oh,
It's all I have.
That's more money than they've ever done.
11.
You're getting
I
greedy.
would give you more if I had more.
I can
Make a
give
persuasion
you-
check with
I
advantage.
can give you the
I am-
extra piece.
I am lying,
Oh,
but I don't know, either way.
well, persuasion check with advantage.
wow.
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 Persuasion?
Mm-hmm.
14.
Okay.
Wait, no, I'll use my inspiration.
Oh.
Well, it's your
I
money.
see.
I don't give a
What
fuck.
the fuck, Lamech? What the fuck is up with that?
13.
Okay.
That was terrible.
That was thrilling.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. 10 gold. Give it. Huh?
I'm about to reach into my coin purse and
Okay.
I'm gonna try and make it seem like that's all I have. I don't want to like shake it a lot.
Shake a shake.
I'll say they're not that
Okay,
smart.
just making sure. And yeah, I'll dish out 10 gold.
And they snatch it. Yeah. Look, it is all we wanted. And they
Wait,
yeah?
10 gold is a lot of money.
Not to us.
Give me back some.
And I'm gonna cast Spirit Shroud,
Okay.
and just the spectral arms just kind of like sprouting out of my shoulders, back of my shoulders, and kind of clutching around ethereal blades that kind of just appear there. If I hear that you're victimizing any other travelers down here, I will have to find you and murder everyone you know and love.
Intimidation check with advantage.
Yes. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Dagmar's just sitting there beefed.
Well, Dagamaris isn't actually trying to intimidate them. He's just like, what the fuck are you doing?
13.
Okay. And they just run into the night. You hear I don't think I need to put on a voice anymore. You all are very scary. Hello. It's my actual voice.
Why were you putting on a voice?
I have someone that I used to know, and his voice was very nice. So I did it. I thought it would be fun.
Did you have fun?
No, not really. It was less fun. But I figured I would tell you now.
Well, thank you.
We're not going to hurt you.
Thank you. I appreciate that. That was quite the trick both of you have.
I'll disenchant the shroud.
And I'll give you 5 gold.
Thank you.
I thought that maybe scaring them away would be the easier way to do it. But
Oh, yes, they're just
I don't want to make you have to take the entire price of it.
lost.
Yes.
Hopefully they find their way somewhere with that 10 gold.
Those bones. Necromancy?
Yes. Unfortunately.
Necromancer?
Yes, unfortunately. I'd like to be something different if I could.
Persuasion check. You can make an insight check.
Oh,
I also wanna make an
have
insight
good
check.
persuasion now.
12.
Can't roll either. 13.
It's a 15 persuasion check.
Seems weird. Seems off.
Yeah, well, you know, black speech
What was
on
your
this-
persuasion?
15.
His mother was human and had magic. 'Cause his dad was the high elf, so it's like, you know, human magic is just gonna be fucking necromancy. So. Sorry. Maybe, I don't know.
Not an excess of texts for me to study anything different at this time.
I practiced evocation magic if you would like to learn some of that.
If you're offering, yes.
Okay. There's also necromancy.
What? Did you put him up to this?
No, I told you in the shards. Some of your magic.
All right. Well, it served me and the people I helped well. I'm not going to apologize for that.
I understand if it bothers you, I will not.
I have just arrived. I do not feel the need to It is a coarse magic,
Yes, it is.
grating on the mind. But
I imagine your father would have hated it.
he did. I do not mean to bring you all down.
We just saved 3 lives today.
Yes, we did.
And I think it was me who was bringing everyone down. It's not your fault. You didn't know who you were traveling with.
I am sure there are much worse necromantic spells than protecting yourself with bones. It is still just a bit shocking to see it. But let us rest. Spells age.
Making a tiny hut.
Perception check.
We
I'm gonna roll a new one because the 15 from like way long ago doesn't matter. Okay. 25.
Okay. What is your...
Wow. 3.
It's your fault I'm rolling low.
I know, I'm sorry. Oh, wait, actually, that was a 5. But, while they're resting, I'm not gonna like touch it, but I would like to look and see what those black speech runes.
Jeez. Yeah, get near the mean weird guy's sword.
I'm not gonna touch it. I just want to like look at it and just like see what I can interpret from the runes.
Okay.
And if I can't do that without getting close, I am not gonna get close.
You have to get close.
How we're in like an 8-foot little.
Again,
Oh.
it's scrawled on... There's no lighting here.
I have dark vision.
You have dark vision, which makes things dim light, and they're scrawled onto the pommel of a sword. You'd have to get relatively close in order to read it.
Okay, no, hold off.
Okay.
I'm not
Just like this.
fucking with his sword. I am not gonna be revealed as a necromancer and then fuck with this sword while he's sleeping. I'm not doing that. Let the record show I'm not doing that.
And with that, we're going to take a break before we get into the latter portion of the journey.
Oh, great. It's always good to have a break. Yeah, right when you're sleeping.
Danger!
It's like, just give me a fucking long rest first, man.
Okay, we will be back in around 10 minutes.
Fuck yeah.
Hopefully you see then.
Love you.
Gang, gang, gang.
Gang, 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 gang.
Welcome back
You're good.
to the stream. The day comes to you once more. It is May 1st, the 13th day of travel. You begin to hear the sound of large owls hooting in the distance in the direction in which you travel down the pass. Owls that Vivian recollects. Eventually, after more hours of travel, you find yourself amidst many travelers in the periphery of the path and within it. You see caravans of large oxen headed by dwarven traders, multiple racks of armor and weapons sat in the back, along with crates of other fine crafts, with 3 dwarves standing atop it, all looking vigilantly in all directions, fending off would-be burglars. You see half-elven wine traders with finely crafted soft brown with a tint of purple wooden carts, headed by gorgeous horses that hold casks of fine wine within their contents of their carts. You see many different species from many different backgrounds, dozens of them, all looking very upset and rather dirty. Ahead of the moderate crowd, about half a mile from you, looks to be a guard post of sorts, one Vivian has seen before. The wood on each side of the path different and lacking in architectural continuity, each side built differently as the other. You see various armored figures manning each side. In the stone on either side look to be buildings built into the mountains, accented by woods, and some tents look to be set up sparsely around the posting as well. Looking above the post, you see guard towers on either side as well, each on relatively low-hanging cliff sides of both the spine and the range of Astrid, each different in make and build as well. More armored figures look to be manning these as well. As you get closer, you see the guard posts more clearly. The one on the western side of the path looks more rigid and blocky. The wood is a dark brown and appears to have crossed swords upon its ramparts in what look to be green and blue colors of Tristfall upon a banner hanging from its tower. The tower is an octagon in shape and leads to a bulbous head, a thin opening reaching around its entire circumference underneath a large, thin, shingled circular roof with a spike upon it. The western post looks to be more elegant in a way. Vines wrap around its ramparts and curl up its base. The wood appears to be a deep red mahogany of sorts, and appears to be expertly carved, not a single splinter upon it. The tower looks to spiral a bit, though it appears to be a small tree of sorts carved into and hollowed out. The exterior a gnarled bunch of roots and reach to the top, coalescing into a fist of thick roots. Small circular windows have been carved into and around its circumference. What's most interesting about the guard posts is that the bridge connecting each tower over the road seems to gradually turn into the other type of architecture and material, the woods becoming melded and meeting into a perfect blending near its center over the middle of the road. Under the bridge is a closed wooden gate, each side similar to the tower it's closest to in material and make, much like the rest of the posting. You do notice, however, that you also see upon the tents sigils of Tilia Mondelitas. The tents made of fine cloth material and colored the white and gold of the continent's former capital. Amidst the tents you see some giant owls resting, their heads turned backwards and nestled into their massive feathers. On the western side of the guard posting, you see human guards, as well as some half-elven, as well as high-elven. Sorry, you see no human guards.
Okay.
You see half-elven, as well as high-elven and dwarvish. On the eastern side, you see half-wood-elven, mingling with the high-elven and some Teldorian soldiers. As you approach, you see the half-elves appear to be wearing a sigil you've never seen before. Looks to be a sword stuck into a stump of sorts, the blade being consumed by a sapling curling around its blade, the pommel a shining star glowing teal. Each of them appears to be wearing the symbol upon a black tabard rimmed in gold vines. Behind this tabard is a black iron and mushroom leather armor. The half-elves in this group appear to be wearing, the high-elves in this group appear to be wearing the same thing, not the Teldorai. The only odd one out appears to be the Teldorian soldiers, who are wearing the standard mithril scale mail adorned with tightly fitting tabard of Tilia Mondelitas. The dwarves appear to be wearing the same black tabard as everyone else.
I'd use disguise self.
Okay.
I do want to, and I will alter self. I'm going to make myself look half-elven.
Okay.
I will also look half-elven.
Should we...
Yahira looks around. Are you, what is happening? I'm not sure. Should I be disguising myself as well?
No, I think they hate the blue people.
We'll
Yes.
discuss what's going on. Do you think that they're going to ask us why we're going to the south? I'm not very good at...
If I know anything about high elves, and I think I do, they will.
Ask questions. Yes.
I will lie or I will tell them the truth.
We can tell them that we're sent from Tel Harroch.
Oh,
Harroch.
you were sent from Ashra.
It's actually very complicated.
I gathered that.
Once we get past the gate, if you have been a little bit out of the loop, we will update you
A little,
on
yes.
what's happening. There is a lot going on.
Take your time. I am not nosy.
But perhaps if we let them know that we're agents of the Tel Harroch.
Yes, you said it correctly. They are.
Aren't they kind of rivals
Stern.
with the Teldorai?
Not rivals. No, they assist in many things in the Central Realms. They are just more bull-headed. Think of them as the hammer to the Tildorian spear.
Then maybe it wouldn't be as good of a...
You might respect it.
It's odd that so many people are here, though.
flee
Into the south?
to the central realms. Are there people going back and forth?
There are people waiting to get in.
To the
To the
central
south.
realms.
South.
Interesting.
Traders.
Yeah.
That's upsetting that it's closed. Maybe we have to go around or something.
We can ask first and figure it out from there. Your eagle plan might come in handy.
What? Eagle plan?
A fanciful idea of getting over the gate. Would be interesting if it worked, but
That sounds wonderful to me. Sounds okay. Could work.
You particularly a fan of eagles, or they're pretty cool. Never mind.
Please, go on.
I got the gift of gab from my father, but he used to, when we were roaming around, he used to take care of any creatures that come by, and he particularly liked it as well. That's all.
I had a pet eagle. I enjoyed his company very much. He died a long time ago.
A pet? I mean, we respected them when they came close, but to be so familiar, I'm jealous.
I'm jealous of my younger self who used to have it.
So wait, if I, just to be clear, if someone asks me a question, I will tell them the truth, that we're just going to Sventen? Yay, nay?
What is the truth?
That is the truth.
we shouldn't tell. I don't think we should tell them that we were there, but perhaps that the tell them.
If they ask where we're coming from.
If they ask where we're coming from, we can just say Ashran.
All right.
And
Because I can do the talking.
tell them that we are going to Schwentin Shore.
Yes, if you wanted to do the talking, but I feel like I can tell the truth fairly well.
I feel like the stakes
I
are
would
more in your
Personally
hands.
prefer him to talk.
Well, I don't know what you guys are talking about, so
All right, then I will do the talking because I actually understand.
I can fake it.
Yes, well, I can tell the truth.
What is your name again? I've been traveling with you for so long and I have not gotten your names.
Dagomaris.
Dagomaris.
Vivian, we introduced ourselves.
I don't remember.
You introduced yourself. I've never introduced myself.
And yours?
Yuffie.
Well, Dagomaris. You're a serrated edge to his soft one. I would much prefer him to speak personally.
That is all right. That is when I am Dagomaris. I am no longer that. I am whatever I am. Like
I'm
you,
confident.
half elf. I'm different now.
He swept me off my feet, I'm sure.
Sure.
It's a sweet tongue.
Go ahead. I
It is.
foresee
I
no
understand.
reason
If you'd
not to.
rather have him talk, it is fine. It's just that I feel like
No, I
just need
I'm
a
sorry.
bluntness.
You would course. But go ahead. Talk as much as you want.
It's only if they ask questions.
They will. We're going into a place I do not believe many people want us to be, or anybody to be, in and out. It just makes things worse.
Should I be something different?
No, I don't think so.
If we're
I
going
don't
into
know
the
how
Southern
the-
realms, being human, I feel like is the best.
These are elves guarding the
No,
walls.
Yeah.
I do think it might be best if you.
Can you change?
I'll do a little spin. And
I'm having flashbacks to this person I used to hate.
Stop it. Stop it.
I burn him in a pit.
Shame.
I cast disguise self, and I'll be basically the same, like a dark skin half elf, with regular brown eyes
You hero.
and black hair. Yeah,
Good. I like that.
not as handsome, but
As me.
good one. I'm gonna slap him on the back.
I suppose I have gotten a bit old. I used to be liked by ladies.
You'll have to tell us a few stories over the fire.
He's like, ladies.
I insist, yeah.
I have absolutely no read on this guy.
I love
Stressing.
it. I love it. I'm like,
No
you know
idea.
what? Cool.
As you're
Meet your
sitting
master.
there.
I'm kidding.
Two Teldorian soldiers with their glaives in hand. New people. All half-elven by the looks of it. What is your business into this hellscape?
We'll go. Well, at least we are all going to Schwenten, trying to meet up with our different
Where do you hail from?
families. Ashran,
Name?
Dagomars.
Odd name.
Yes. Well,
What city?
Ashran?
You were born there.
I was born there.
You're not one of the Tal Haloch.
Well, we are.
Your skin is too light. You lie.
Okay. Well,
Then where are you really from?
I am from Ashran. I could have been born somewhere else.
Where were you born then?
Why does it matter?
It matters because I'm asking you. Now, tell me, where were you born?
I was born in the capital city.
No one who is born in Tiliamondalitos calls it the capital city. You are lying once more. Bring him in. And two more guards come in. They notice that your cloth is not cloth. They throw you down to the ground. He's disguised.
I'm sorry. We are traveling from Ashran. We are spies of the Tel Halach. We are supposed to be finding information about what's going on in the south. He's disguised because our appearances are a bit jarring.
You
But
see a hero.
If you were to verify with the leader, they will know us.
And how would I get into contact with the leader of the Tal Haloch?
You can send to them.
I cannot do such things.
Then you'll have to take our word for it.
Make a persuasion check.
If I do
He's
get
like,
it,
no,
it's
you
gonna
can't
be
do it,
a
I'm gonna roll.
Yeah, I'm not doing it.
That was almost a natural 20. If my dice thing hadn't have been there, it's
Yeah.
fine. It's a 14. I'm gonna cry about all my potential natural 20s today.
I want to cry about his potential measure.
I would never in many centuries would I believe that. Drop your disguise. All of you, please.
I drop it.
I drop it.
Okay, what is everyone's passive perception here?
17.
12.
13.
17?
Yeah, boy.
Wise.
Wise.
What? How many?
13.
13?
12.
17.
17? Passive perception?
Yeah.
You see your hero do something behind his back, and as you all drop, you feel a new disguise come over all of you.
Oh.
You all are High Elven. Sorry, I am an old man, and I required some traveling gods with me. I thought that maybe high elves wouldn't be acceptable in the south, considering what has happened. All right. It's gonna make a persuasion check.
Can I give him inspiration?
Bardic inspiration?
Mhm.
No, there's no way.
Whistle, whistle, whistle. You're inspired.
Roll a 19.
Wow. Now hero.
Why would you lie about that? One can never be so, or too safe, I suppose. Especially for us High Elven and brothers and sisters. In this time. Bounty be with you all, and you, old man. May your travels be safe. And at that point, someone runs up behind you, a younger man, screaming for you to wait to open the door and to take you with him. What do they see?
They see a scrappy young fella coming in at 5 feet.
Short king.
Yeah.
Say hi to Vivian.
He's got fiery red, spiky hair underneath a wide topped military cap. He has round features, really big, like feisty eyes, smaller but sharper nose, and pretty wide mouth on him. Just all like he looks very like fervent, still looks fairly innocent and inviting. Has a big scarf that with attached to a giant cloak on him, with only a cropped unbuttoned vest on his top half, some distressed pants on his bottom half, and then boots with the little toe curls.
Oh,
Wow.
And then the other thing you see is that a quarterstaff that runs like lateral along the back of his pack has a bat hanging off of one of the sides of it.
Vibes. Just clotheslining
what
people.
species is he?
Hey, you guys!
What species? Or can we see?
Human.
Human.
He's just human.
Good. Everyone's like,
You opening the gate? You gonna?
The Tel'Arai. No. Not for you.
What? But why not? What's going on?
Were you born yesterday? We told you this yesterday as well. So if you were born yesterday, you would know this.
Well, why do they get to go through?
Because they are not scum. That is why. Simple as that. Your hero tugs on you a little bit. 1 second. I must urinate before I go through the gate. I'm sorry. This lad will accompany an old man while you three speak with the Tel'Arai.
You sure you don't need help, boss?
Walks away.
Okay, your hair. Ooh, I like your hair.
Thank you. So you were, how long have you been here, lad?
I've been here a day.
1 day?
Yeah, they won't let anybody through. I don't know what's going on.
How old are you?
I'm 19.
I will hold that against you. For I envy you. But I will still help you. Be silent. Move. And he pushes you into a crowd a little bit. Silence. And you feel yourself go invisible.
Oh.
Nice.
It's good. Sort of like holds your hand tightly as he's like doing this.
Must have been a good piss.
Do you know how long it can take an old man? Are we ready to head through? Where did the young person go? The young human? I don't know. He helped me through the crowd, and I just let him go. Fine. All of you may pass.
Thank you.
Yes. And they step back a bit and onto the gate as it opens, like flips open. Let us be going then, yes?
yes.
Good.
I'm like holding my breath the entire time.
Thank you, Tildurai. It's always a pleasure to see you. Okay. All of you need to make performance checks.
Yeah.
Oh!
Wow, we really thought, huh? Oh god.
Me?
Can I give myself
Why?
enhance ability?
Why?
No, because this is no performance check. You don't have time to cast the spell on yourself at this moment.
14.
14. Okay.
3.
23.
Okay. I'll say as some of them look at you specifically. What is going on? Your gait is strange and small. Walk with confidence, brother. Yes, that is more like it. You are going into the south now. Represent our people well. Yes, that is the face of those who walk upon humans. Good. Continue to argue. As you all walk through, you see the mountains curve outwards. However, you see it beginning to open up just a bit on the right as the mountains begin to give way to other forms within the south.
If I touch myself, is it like a
It goes
disguise?
through.
Okay.
I know what's up.
Yeah.
So you go through for quite a ways until he
Thank you for that.
Very well done.
Thank you.
Wow. That was
This
sly.
one too.
Yes.
Oh.
He had been there for so
Hello.
long, and
So long.
he is a young man.
Yeah,
We're drowning. Okay.
why did you help me?
Live vicariously through you.
He's a nice guy.
You're so young. You seem so spry.
Well, thank you.
It was nice.
Thank you for saving us.
You are welcome. Thank you for accompanying me through the pass. It was bandits, and I would have lost much of my food, whatnot. I appreciate any help that I can get. All of you are quite wonderful.
Whoa, you're blue, but you're
Purple.
elves.
Well, sort of blue.
And I like walk up and I like start like poking between you. I like kind of like poke at your ears and like tug at you a little bit. And I'm like,
You can't poke my ears, you can poke my abs.
can I reaching up?
Maybe 5 feet, 6 months. I mean, maybe. I'm kidding. Yeah.
Oh, why? But you're elves? Wow, that's so. I've never seen.
Yes, not many people have.
They're Lindai.
Oh, well, yeah, I've read a bit from my father's findings, his notes that he left, but aren't you all supposed to be under the earth? Why are you up? And aren't you all like gone?
Wait, what? What?
The Lundai, aren't you?
Yes. How do you know that? I'm the one that tells that.
I think he meant by a different situation. Many people think that you all are dead anyway.
At least that's what I've read from my father's work.
What did your father do?
Oh, he's an archaeologist. Actually, it's kind of why I'm going south. Well, he didn't come back from a recent expedition.
This is Dagmar's laughing?
No, this is me laughing because it was just funny. Archaeologists going missing. It's just fun. We
What's
love it.
his name?
His name is
Shit,
I was
that's
about
a
to say,
great
the
name.
word Hector Dollhouse in his man's mouth right now. I'm gonna piss. He's mine. He's mine.
He's my dad. He was like
I haven't
6
seen
years
my dear
old.
old pops in so long. That
My dad was like
Where he
6
went.
years old when he had me. I'm 19. My dad's like
Hector's like 40.
80 now.
Hector. I thought didn't we say he was like 20 something?
No, he's like.
That's what he said.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. So he's actually old.
I'm 28.
Because I was like, I
I don't
can't
know
tell
how old he is. It's
Yeah.
very hard to discern.
Old fucker. Okay, we got it.
Bishop. His name's Bishop Bloodworth. I'm Icklid Bloodworth.
Nicholas,
It's nice to meet you.
northwestern portion. Of,
Yeah. My mother's the Jarl of goodness. Svartalfheim.
You say Ickland?
Icklid.
Ickland.
It's an interesting name. I like it. I enjoy it. I think that it's nice.
Well, what's the story with you folk? You're all.
I'm an old man, and they are all protecting me.
Well, it seems like you're protecting us, which we've already
Tricks.
thanked.
Yeah, they're not.
Tricks.
They're not high elves.
No, that was paltry. Trick. Nothing.
Well, why did you guys need to be? Well, I guess to get through that makes sense. To get through.
Where was your father supposed to be taken?
That's kind of the thing. I don't really know. He was usually employed by the guild of the northwestern portion up there, and then, well, he came home with, and I pull out big, ornate, very just old looking bronze and purple book. This book, and well, he was acting really strange the day he brought it home, and then left again, as he does, but didn't come back this time. I asked the Northwestern Guild, I even went to Colonel M and asked the guild there, and well, none of them had given him any expeditions in the last month, actually. And now, all I know is that he was looking for bones of Varn Took. That was like his main thing, and the most I could get out of his most recent notes was that he was heading south.
Oof.
Well, then you are south with us.
Did the book ever laugh at you?
No, but Baffs has.
Who?
Oh, this is Baffs.
Do you speak with this animal?
Yeah, he talks to me.
What were you pointing at?
Seems fine to me.
There's a bat right here.
Oh, bats.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the name's Baffs.
Mm-hmm.
Baths or baths?
Bats.
Baths, okay.
Mhm.
I picked up on the accent.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Well, that's fine.
I enjoy your energy.
As long as the book is not, like, cackling, you should be fine. You have to be careful with old books. They are very, very
Have you
Have
dangerous.
you had books laugh at you?
Books? No.
What? I've had a book laugh at me.
They're
You had a
dangerous.
book laugh at you.
Yes. It was an enchanted book.
Have you read your book?
Yeah. Actually, this is fun. And I open up to just any page. And then I hold it up to you guys. And it looks like no language that you've ever seen before. Like,
is that with
at all.
confidence?
Right? Did what we were doing on.
You're like, did we not fucking discuss that in character?
Make an intelligence check.
Everybody?
Straight intelligence?
Everybody can make an intelligence check.
Poor that.
Why is that 20 though?
What the fuck? All my dice are rolling under 10.
11, baby. I know exactly what it is. It's gibberish.
18.
Under 10.
I know what language that is.
Oh, what? Oh. I was just weird.
I know
I've
language it is.
been around to many scholars and
Oh, I'm not a scholar.
apparently that only I could read it, but what?
You can read it, but you don't know what language it is.
No, I just know that I can read it.
I've heard of stranger things. What?
You? Well, then what language? You said you knew it.
Yes, it is deep speech. The language of beholders and Cthulhu.
Oh my.
Cthulhu.
Others use it, other deities as well, but it is deep speech. It is used by mind flayers and the like.
And he's in the south, you said?
Huh?
He's in the south, you said?
It makes
That's
sense if you found that in Varntuk's spine, though. Nasty place.
Yeah, that's
Or Avenue.
that's the only where he would
He
dig.
said that he hadn't. He said that he had gotten back from an expedition in the spine, correct?
Yeah, that's the only place that he goes, really.
Yes. So,
And my biggest
contrary to popular belief,
that's my biggest lead is down
mind
this way.
flayers and those of the deep descent are not only found in Avenor, much to the dwarven kind's chagrin. I read many a book.
Obviously.
Nothing else to do as a man such as myself.
I like books.
Me too.
Is he lying about the books?
Who?
You hear
Gyro. About the books.
Make an insight check. This man speaks insight check.
We're trying to catch him at something.
Actually,
we can't roll
yeah.
well
Wait.
enough
Sorry.
for it.
Can I incite him about the deep speech?
9.
He's just like making it up. He's like, "Is that fucking deep speech?" And I know what deep speech is.
Make an insight check.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
You're like,
14.
14?
Yeah.
Doesn't seem like he's lying.
Cool. All right, I believe him.
Again, it does not always mean mind flayers or Cthulhu. I know that Errol and I took up some deep speech to talk with whoever in the Underdark. But I know that it was primarily used by agents of the deep. Not always bad people. That book might be a good omen. Probably not.
You think it's bad?
Most certainly evil. But you do not seem it. You said your father disappeared.
Yeah.
Book ate him.
Could
Most
be.
likely.
That book.
I've seen books
Possibly.
do crazier things.
Insight check. 16.
Doesn't seem like he knows what he's talking about.
Okay.
He's just messing.
"You're dead. Your father dead."
Book ate him. That one? Probably.
Ha 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 ha.
Haha, hoo, hoo, hoo.
But shall we continue?
Pretty
on
sure
the path?
Baffs would have told me.
Yes,
The book
please.
ate my dad.
Oh, and he picks up Timothy.
Oh, the capybara?
And I bring out Marquis.
You all have little friends too. Do they do this? And then, Baffs, go ahead. And then Baffs flies up. And you see the bat transform to a 2.5 foot tall imp-looking creature with just grayish, gaunt features, like zigzag kind of horns on him, a fairly good wingspan, and.
No,
Do they do that?
unfortunately, mine is just a capybara.
Yes, and mine is just a mouse.
But
That is half your height.
I guess.
do not make fun of a young man's height.
exactly
I'm
half.
not,
Huh?
I'm not making fun of your height. I was just saying that is.
It's funny.
It's just. It's.
You are tall enough. Remember that.
That's not height.
I'm sorry, what is that?
It's not a bat now.
No, it's
No.
the bat is just for when he, gets tired.
I've
of
never
it.
seen such a thing, but you seem nice enough. And I've seen interesting things in my travels. Regardless,
It will not. It will not attack us, correct?
No, it's okay. They're nice babs. You can say hello. And he kind of like walks up a bit, and he just like.
Great. Perfect.
Look at us and all of our critters. We've got a little storm elemental, and we have whatever that is.
I do not want to make it angry, but if it tries to bite me, I will squash its head.
He doesn't. He doesn't do anything that I don't want him
nice.
to. Generally, it's
not
okay.
me being, that is not being me being mean. I'm just saying.
I do think it goes without saying that if anyone messes with you, you will squash their head. I
That
don't
is true.
know if it needs to be said every
Yeah,
single
What is
time.
I can.
messing
And I
with
poke
you?
his abs. I'm like,
What would you consider
Yeah, that's,
messing, Dagamaris?
If it bites me,
No, me, if I were to mess with you. You would not.
I
Squish
will
my
not
head.
squash your head.
What is messing for you?
If you try to kill me,
I'm safe.
you're fine. Anyone here is fine. I don't know what that is. So
Did you want to accompany us, young man?
I don't know where you guys are going.
Schwenten.
I believe they are going to Schwenten. I have not asked why. I'm not entirely sure why I haven't asked why they're going to Schwenten.
I used to live there.
Okay. Are we going to see your family?
You used to live in Schwenten.
Yes. No, not my family. No, just going back.
Okay.
I'm a hired hand.
Ah,
I am hired.
Well, it is great.
good money?
We do not have money.
No.
I'm not getting paid either. Neither are they for me.
Okay. I don't think I need money right now.
Where's your ultimate destination, young man?
Well, I need to get into the southern portion of the spine somehow.
Isn't that
Deep within the forest
the
of
force
Amber.
of Amberon? Yeah.
We-
That will be very difficult to get
It will
into.
be impossible. I'm sorry.
Not impossible.
It is. You can get into the forest of Amaron.
No.
I spent months. I spent months trying to get into the forest of Amaron. You cannot do it. It is not possible.
Yes.
It may be possible at this point. Actually, maybe. Who knows?
Things are chaotic.
Yes.
What's wrong with the forest of Anderon?
It is enchanted by the Dragon King.
But now that the Dragon King has gone crazy.
The
The Dragon King is
gone?
crazy.
Oh, Dragon King. Sorry. Are we talking about? What?
We say this in unison.
Yeah.
Are we talking about God?
I told you, he decimated Dunbarrow and Heimdall's.
That is the Dragon
That
King.
seems rather normal and sane for Glaucon Meridian.
Yeah, wait.
Maybe
Glaucon
he hasn't been
is-
sane for a long time then.
Why is Glaucon destroying southern cities?
He's an angry boy.
Glaucon is an evil man. That is why.
There was also
Is-
apparently a human insurrection.
Is that why there's the barricade right here?
No, that has been for a long time. But it has gotten sturdier.
The south is not a very safe place right now.
Because of Glaucon.
No. You saw Terradocia burning, yes, while you were traveling?
No. I heard, I had Bass try to see what he could hear, yesterday, and they said something about the big tree on fire, but
Yes.
wait. The tree of Terradocia.
Terradocia is burned and Tiliamundilitas has been decimated.
Can you smell it though?
Can you?
No. The southern realms.
Oh gosh.
Wait, what happened in the capital city?
We don't know.
There's no reason to talk of such things. We are now in the southern realms. Isn't it beautiful?
I guess.
I hate people that make wine. Out of character.
Out of character.
It's, you know, just like Humphrey.
He doesn't make wine.
Humphrey and this guy. But he picks
He
grapes. He's fucking close enough.
You don't like it?
No, I'm kidding. He just gave off Humphrey vibes for a second, and I was just like,
Correct.
Wine
That's
boys.
it. I'm just nervous
Goodness
about him. Yeah.
gracious.
Okay.
Oh no, he's cool.
So should we can
Okay,
save
sure.
a certain amount of negative talk for later. You're human, right? You said.
I'm human, yeah.
Okay, well, then you'll be fine.
Well, looks like I'm going the same way you guys are, anyways.
Yes, you are. If you're trying to get into the forced Femderon, Fenton's right there.
Our party just keeps getting bigger and bigger.
Great.
It's a good thing.
It's a great thing.
Your party? I thought you were hired.
I'm
Yes.
feeling myself once again.
Oh gosh, that's
Fucking what the fuck?
That's-
Are you from the
yes.
Southern Realms?
Am I fond of it?
From?
Yes. Not originally,
Okay.
but I've lived here.
And
It's
where
my
was
first
that again?
time.
Tristfall.
Right.
I can feel the air. It has been so long.
How long?
Decades, at least. Okay. Cannot wait to be back. Fully.
It's a little hot for me, but it's all right, I suppose.
What is this guy? He has black hair and he's just old looking.
Salt and pepper, slick back until it explodes in the back.
Yeah.
Half elven, darker brown skin, or
With
lighter
widow's
brown
peak
skin, freckles,
Yeah, okay. I
Slightly
remember
slanted
that. I
eyes.
just needed. We're just put on
robes
We're
and
just
a
tinfoil
sword.
hat at this point. It's
I
fine.
assume we're walking and talking.
Yes.
Yeah.
Should we stop in Gren first, or just go straight to Shark?
Oh,
We're gonna need food.
Gren!
Actually, this is great. It sounds like you've all been to the Southern Realms before and wouldn't mind tour guides.
You haven't.
Yes.
No, this is...
I can be a tour guide for all of you.
This is
I feel rejuvenated, surrounded by such youth. All of you are so young. I love it.
He's gonna drink
You're
our
kinda
blood,
freaking me
bro.
out.
He's
Dude.
gonna drink
Am
our
I?
lifeblood.
A little bit. You seem pretty intense.
Worry not. Slaps you on the back.
Like, I guess I had that coming.
Relatively. Again, you see under his robe, it's sparse hair, but he looks fit, especially for his age.
I just didn't know if it was like increased strength where he slaps and you're like,
No, no, it was just like
The
a
man,
stern
like-
one. Sorry, I don't mean to be too much. I've not been around people in a long time. And such youthful energy surrounding all of you and magic. All of you have magic.
It is okay. We can go to Gren.
We can disguise ourselves.
Yes.
Iklid stamps his foot down and stops walking and like bows his head. I didn't get your guys' names.
Right.
Vivian.
Dagomars.
Technoris is like, who's not happy?
I'm just
Dagomars.
I didn't get your name. I'm like, fucking point at me again.
I'm
kidding. I kid.
Anyway.
Dagomars.
That's my name.
Cheer up.
I thought that was Humphrey. I was like, are you playing Humphrey for a second?
Wouldn't that be funny?
Dagomars.
Wouldn't that be funny if you just went... And
He's like, bitch, I told you I'd be following you. Bitch, I told you I'd be right behind you. We're gonna be best friends. I'm gonna stab you in the back.
Wouldn't that be thrilling?
It would be thrilling. I'd love it. Sorry.
I'm sure.
Have any of you touched him yet?
The closer I get to Schwentin, the happier I will get.
Schwentin is a wonderful city.
Yes.
Names?
Oh, right. Eupheme de Leonor Eldercrest.
My name is Yahiro Utamara.
Yahiro, Eupheme, Vivian, Dagomars. Fun bunch.
I just got here. But again, such magic, such, I don't want to be weird, youth surrounding me.
Oh, yeah, thanks for getting me through the gate, by the way. I was preparing to work up to teleport, but I didn't want to leave smoke behind. I feel like that would be a little too conspicuous. So thank you.
You can teleport?
Huh? Yeah, Baths can get me through certain places. Yeah.
Bullshit.
Hmm?
I call bullshit.
Can you get you through to the woods? Forest of Enderon.
Maybe. I don't. And I ask Baths if he knows about the Force of Enderon.
In common?
Huh?
In common or?
That's a good question.
That is good. Yeah, I talked to him in common,
Okay.
and then he just understands. He says he doesn't know.
All right. We are continuing, and I will get a better mood. I will get in a better mood. It's just that
Why is he so grumpy? And I like. tug
I'm
on
not
his little
grumpy.
thing.
It is very lovely to have you join the party. I would advise against.
Let's just say
He's not a jungle gym.
about a week ago, I almost died twice in the same night.
Just give him some space for a bit, I think.
Okay.
It's almost 2 weeks at this point.
2 weeks? That was only like
13th day. Travel.
Oh,
Moo.
okay. 2 weeks ago.
13th day of travel, he says, knowing precisely.
Well,
I-
I'll lean over to Icklid and whisper, he likes puns.
Do you? You like puns? In my days of travel, I knew many. Would you like to hear one?
What is it? A pun?
A pun is a play on words. I love puns. Finally, something we can all agree on. Thank you, Eupheme, for telling us this.
I have the insight. I have.
What is your favorite one?
I do not know. What is your favorite?
I'm so glad you asked. Once, when I was traveling in the south, a friend of mine looked at me and he said, "What would you like to do?" And I said, "An oak tree. What wood would I like to do?"
Oh, yes.
That is a good one.
Thank you.
No, thank you.
What is yours now?
I don't have one.
I'm sorry, I don't.
I'm just not, that is great. It is so good. I am stumped. Absolutely.
I don't think any of us will be able to top that. At
Great.
least today. I'll have to do some marinating on mine. I had one prepared, but it was completely terrible. So.
Say it.
I cannot.
Say it, please.
It's no. After you, how do I follow that?
I
If
can
someone-
follow it.
1 second. I must take this.
And this is when I say my pun.
Hello?
And this is
And
the
then
one
I-
I said.
Yes. I'm saying
This is when I look up the best puns. I gotta come up with the
The
best
only
one.
pun, the only pun I know, I guess we're just entertaining for the moment. The only pun I know is not D&D appropriate, and it breaks my heart.
What? Not D&D.
It's the one I said in the chat that one time. Hey guys, what's the difference between a hippo and a zippo?
I forget what the punchline is.
Are you gonna say it, or are you just?
One's really heavy, and the other's a little lighter.
That's inappropriate.
It's not. It's
hippos?
there's no zippos.
Or
There's not a
zippos,
zippo
yeah.
in
Oh,
D&D.
oh, that's what you meant by inappropriate.
Oh.
I was like inappropriate. I
No,
was
no,
like,
no,
what
no,
the
no,
fuck?
not like not like that
Okay.
inappropriate. Just like I can't really translate it to.
Mm-hmm.
What's the difference between a hippo and a create bonfires spell? I don't know.
Create bonfires.
A match, a candle, a taper. Shame.
Yep, yep. What is yours?
Why is the Regalius family so sad?
Grim one.
Well, I can answer that.
Because Humphrey.
Whoa.
Sad boy.
Why?
Because every time they crush a grape, it lets out a little wine.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Yeah.
That is good.
This guy's good with me.
Yes.
He's good with me.
Ha!
That was a good one.
We know a Regalius, actually.
Yes.
Do you?
Yes.
Which one?
Humphrey.
Humphrey.
Yes.
The son of...
I do not know him.
Me neither.
The past, present, and future walk into a bar. It was tense.
Yeah.
That was mine.
That was really good.
He does like puns.
Yes. Good.
We'll work on delivery though. It's all about the performance of it.
Right. Good.
And he sort of like tightens his robe, puts his hand on his pommel. Let us go then.
If you're hired, what do you do?
Oh, just about anything. Well, yes, that's the answer I want to give. Just about anything. I am easily the strongest one here, so I do a lot of protecting.
And I look up at Dagmar.
It is right. He is the strongest one.
Definitely the smoothest as well, so I talk from time to time. I can talk to little animals when they need me to talk to animals.
He talks a lot.
Oh, are you a soothsayer?
What's that?
Like a,
Someone who practices divination.
someone who pretends to.
Oh.
No, I don't pretend anything, unless I'm lying.
That was a lie. What he just said. He lies.
I only pretend when I'm lying, and I only lie.
We are done with puns. I thought we...
Was I doing a pun?
I don't know. Puns are...
Yeah, so I only pretend when I'm lying, and if I'm lying, you won't know.
Okay. I mean, you just said that you were good with words, so...
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But you're not a soothsayer.
If practicing divination magic is soothsayer, then no.
Okay. They're just like...
You mean like a fortune teller?
Right, thank you. You know the word.
I have some skills with that. I read cards.
Okay. I don't know if the one in our town read cards, but we had a soothsayer. So.
That's nice. By what name? I might know them.
Oh, I don't know. They were actually, kind of nuts. I didn't hang around them.
Sounds like my kind of people. But if they stayed put, then they're probably no kin of mine.
Now I wish I talked to them more.
It could be good or bad. I don't know.
Just like my book. Anyway.
Right. Well, we are in the south, so at least we're here.
Yeah, at least one of us is super happy about that.
Are you okay?
Yes. Absolutely. Do not look at me.
I want to insight him.
Sure, I'll make it.
We are all like...
Get some action in there. One of these is going to be a nat 20.
Yeah, one of them.
Yeah, I think you earned
He just wants,
14.
the man just wants to be young.
it. Youth.
I rolled at first I rolled a 6, so that's like a 10. Hey, look at all that wisdom.
Insight, baby. Dirty 20.
Funny. He seems sad, but also filled with happiness.
That's what I would have.
This man's just emotions.
And as they travel to Gren, that's where we're gonna end it.
Gren.
Okay.
Oh, Gren.
I'm gonna buy a
back to
cart.
Gren
I'm gonna
for the
steal a cart.
third time.
Wait, who's on my kill list from Gren?
Next session, again, we will be streaming throughout the week. The next session of Anvil the South, episode 40, will be taking place same time as it always does, Saturday, 6 p.m. PST. Next session, I will most certainly have Yahiro's accent down.
No.
Whatever the fuck voice he's gonna have, I'll have it down sooner. By then, right?
I thought it was a whole bit. I thought he was just switching accents. I was like, what the fuck is happening?
No, I could have played it off as like that.
Yeah.
I could have,
I don't
but
know why you admitted to it.
because
You're
Transparency.
I want it.
transparency,
Honesty.
okay?
Yeah.
But
And honesty.
he is one of my favorite NPCs that I've ever made. So I really want
Design
to
is
make
really good.
I really want to
Design's
make him solidified.
I like
So
his pink robes.
he will. The accent will be solidified in next session. However, if you're just tuned in at the end, the abridged episodes are on our YouTube. Alchemy book, which is something that she was using quite a bit. The first chapter is on our website, mindflayerinc.com. Again, streaming throughout the week. Videos on YouTube, videos on TikTok. And as always, the stream 6 p.m. PST, Saturdays.
Yeah. We gotta draw your dude in the art stream this week.
Let's go. Let's go.
All right. Thank you all for joining us. We'll see
Love
later.
you.
Bye.
Bye.